da 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 da. Alright. Where is this one over here, okay? And then I jump up from my bed. I suck in air. That was just a dream. A dream, you say? Hugging myself, I try to control my breathing. My body is still all there. There are no burn marks on my skin. I feel my back with my fingers. It's wet. Oh, this sweat. I speak as if it is happening to someone else. My entire body is drenched in sweat, as if someone covered me in water. That dream, even after I woke up from it, sweat pours from my forehead. I feel terrible. I get up from bed and suppress the urge to vomit. Walking towards the window, the wind calms me down a little bit. What a dream. Recalling the dream, I check both my arms. There isn't any blood on my hands. Well, of course, that was just a dream, so I wasn't covered in blood, nor did I suck my blood. But yesterday morning, what did I do? Didn't I take my hands drenched in red paint while trying not to let anyone see them and wash them clean? You and I are the same, Shuki-kun. That's what she said, and I can't remember that well. Tonoshiki was bit by her. I can't remember that well. If there is a habit of drinking blood, I can't think well. It spreads by being bitten. No. I sweep away the dark passion in my brain, but that dream doesn't disappear. There was a me that killed someone. There's the problem. Even though it's in my dreams I killed someone and didn't feel any guilt. All I did was kill naturally and watch. That's abnormal. Inside my dreams I was insane. That is different from this me right now. But that's a dream from that Tonoshiki store. So even that insane Tonoshiki has to be me. No. And the Aki that came to punish me. It might be a dream, but for some reason I feel like it's a glimpse of the future, and starts to get nauseous. I hear a knocking at the door. Hello? Excuse me, Shuki-sama? Are you already awake? No? Yeah, I just had a bad dream, so I woke up, thank goodness. I sweated a lot, so I wanted to change quickly. As usual, Hisu has prepared my uniform. I drew nearer to her to get them, and I get real dizzy. Shuki-sama? You can hear her voice. I sense her coming closer and raise my hands to stop her. I'm fine. I was just a little dizzy. I'll be fine in a bit. Taking a deep breath, I focus on my heart's rhythm. I wait for the blood to stop pounding in my head. See? All better. I say this was my best attempt at a bright smile to calm Hisu's worries. Ugh, but I guess I failed. Shuki-sama, please do not overexert yourself. Smiling with a face like that troubles me. Hisu says that with a pained expression. I think this is the first time I've seen her show emotion like this. No, that's not true. If I recall in detail, Hisu just looks expressionless, but you can see her emotions if you study her face. I think she shows her feelings too much, so that when I compare to that girl standing by the window, I feel a big contradiction. Shuki-sama? Are you feeling bad after all? No, that's not it, Hisu. I just found it surprising. You've changed a lot since back then. I think you're more cheerful than the time when you were watching us. Is that so? I think your memory is mistaken. Hisu reversed her gaze. Yeah, she's different from the quiet, doll-like Hisu from my memory. More importantly, Shuki-sama, are you really feeling well? No? Yeah, I'm fine. Oh, okay. Speaking with you made me feel better. Is that so? I understand, but Shuki-sama, I think you need to see a doctor. It seems like you're not feeling well since you came back to the mansion. Well that's true. What's this? You're saying the same thing as Kohakuuuuuuuuuuuuu. You sound like it would have been better if I never came back. I meant that as a joke. Yes. Nissan and I share the same view. What? For an instant my vision flickers. I can't even speak. I came back to fulfill the promise, but the one who gave the ribbon disagrees. Hisu, you say that? But who do you think I came back to the mansion for? No, Shuki-sama, you came back here for your own sake. Therefore, there is no need to be bound by any promises from the past. There is still time. If you decided yourself to come here, so you can decide on your own to become free at any time. Hisu places my uniform on the desk and walks away. Okay. Excuse me. Please forgive my rudeness. Goodbye. Hisu leaves. Left alone, my chest hurts for some reason. I'm not angry at her. No, I can only feel apologetic. There is no need to be bound by promises from the past. The promise Hisu doesn't seem to care about. The promise that was very important to me. Even when she tells me directly this difference, I feel no anger. The reason is obvious. Hisu, why did you look like you were going to cry? Because of that, I could not blame her. Did she? Okay. There isn't anyone in the sitting room. Neither Akira, who usually has already finished eating by now, nor Hisu, who usually stands like a statue by the wall, are there. Hello, Kohaku-san. Good morning, Shiki-san. You're up early today again. Yeah, morning, Kohaku-san. Greeting her, I glance around the sitting room. It bothers me that they're not here. They're not there. Kohaku-san, has Akira recovered since then? Yes. She's healthy now, so there's no need to worry about. Nothing to worry about, but she's still feeling a bit tired, so she will be resting today. I see. Thank goodness it was nothing too bad. Yes, maybe you should go see her. She probably wouldn't want you to see her when she just woke up, so she'll probably throw a pillow at you. Kohaku-san tells me indirectly to go have a fight with Akira. Certainly, seeing Akira panic so much that she would throw a pillow at me, sounds fun. Hello. But after seeing that dream, I just don't think I can face her. No, I don't think I will. I don't feel good today, so I don't have the strength to fight her. I see. Aki-sama also said you don't have to worry too much about her, so you go to school as usual. Oh, Shiki-san? Did you do something to Hisu-chan? She stares. The small Kohaku-san asked such a thing. Hisu-chan said she could not possibly see you today, so she locked herself in her room. Something must have really happened in order to make her skip work like that. Shiki-san? Hihihi, Kohaku-san laughed with a frightening smile. Without doubt, she must be thinking I did something horrible to Hisu. What? I didn't do anything. If anything, she's the one that scolded me. Hisu-chan scolded you? No, well, that's not it. It's just that she told me I shouldn't be too persistent over small things. Hisu-chan is doing some weird things. But I'm relieved. I was worried that you were going to be like Makihina-sama. Huh? Like my old man? How? Kohaku-san looks away like she, didn't mean to say that. No, it isn't anything. It's a trivial matter, so please do not worry about it. Hey, Kohaku-san, it makes me more curious if you say it like that. As revengeful before I stare at her. I understand, but keep this a secret from Aki-sama and Hisu-chan. It isn't too good to speak about Makihisa-sama. There isn't anything to hide about my old man, is there? Well, no, but it isn't a good story to talk about. Don't you remember, Shiki-san? About Makihisa-sama's manic depression? Manic depression? Manic depression means that someone changes moods all of a sudden, from extreme happiness to utter despair, and vice versa. Yeah, well, I guess he was like that. He was very kind when he was kind, but he would get extremely angry over little things when he was in a bad mood. Yes, but it was still alright when you were here. But after you were adopted by the Arima family, his condition grew a lot worse. He would yell at Akira-sama for no reason, and often abuse Hisu-chan. Wait a minute, I know my old man was strict, but he would never do such a... Like I said, this is after you left Shiki-san. Day by day, Makihisa-sama's manic depression worsened. It was so bad it was more like having two different personalities rather than having manic depression. He would be set off by the littlest things, but after he calmed down, he wouldn't remember what he did. During that time, I was taking care of him, and Makihisa-sama told me, I have a violent me within myself. I cannot suppress it with my normal self, and when it appears, I go to sleep. For that reason, I want to destroy everything I see. Back then, it felt like I was watching a bad dream. My Makihisa-sama passed away from illness, but the illness was worsened by the illness in his mind. Mental illnesses are very difficult things. So, I worry, thinking that you might have inherited some of that characteristic. It seems that everyone in the Toda family has some sort of illness, but I guess I was worrying for no reason in your case, because your illness is anime, right? It's not like you can't control yourself like Makihisa-sama. Thank goodness, Kohaku-san smiles at me. No. I can't do it like that. I can't feel relieved and smile. Last night's dream. I lost over Akia, watching it dream of killing people as if it was natural, the insane Tonoshiki. Yeah, it's already this late. I'll go prepare breakfast now. Okay. Kohaku-san disappears towards the dining room. I can only stare at her in shock. I'm leaving, okay? I ate breakfast, but I didn't taste anything. What Kohaku-san said about my old man kept circling in my head, and before I knew it, I was at the gate in front of the mansion. Hello, Kohaku-san. Shiki-san, you didn't forget anything? Shisu-chan is still in her room, Kohaku-san says as she sends me off. Geez, Shiki-san, the weather is so nice today, so you have to cheer up. I can't send you off when you look like that. Yeah, you're right. Sorry, I was just thinking that's about some things. Giving my head a shake, I banished the shadow in my mind. Now that's more like the usual Shiki-san. Yes, I can relax now. That's odd. Seeing that smile, I really do feel better. Goodbye, Shiki-san. I'll be waiting for your return. Kohaku-san bows. With that, all my worries seem to disappear. Thanks, Kohaku-san. I feel better already. Yes, a bright face suits you better, Shiki-san. Thanks. Well then, I'm off, Kohaku-san. Thanking her, from the bottom of my heart, I run down the road to school. I'm gonna get a school skip. Oh my god, it's to school. Okay, school time. I arrive in the classroom with more spare time than usual. Ariko is late as usual, so I can wait quietly for homeroom. I decide to sit in my seat in the noisy classroom and wait for the teacher. Hmm. Do. See, the same thing isn't gonna happen, is it? The day passes without any trouble. Maybe he went on a trip. Ariko didn't show up. Trip isn't a metaphor or anything. He does have this strange habit of spontaneously taking trips. Isn't anything cool like roaming the country on a motorcycle? There is one habit. He goes on sightseeing tours on weekdays with the old people. Geez, I've known since elementary school, but I've never completely understood his hobbies. Hmm. Okay, I'm back. Arrive at the mansion. What I didn't think about at school comes back in my mind. What Koga-san said about my old man's split personalities, the hereditary illness of the Tono family. Like Hisu said, ever since I came back, there's been something wrong with me. It feels like my memories are vague about something. Like Koga-san said, I don't think I'm like my old man, but ever since I came back to this mansion, I no longer have full confidence in myself as Tonoshiki. I wonder why this is happening to me, but it happened in the other routes. I don't get it. I think I just killed people because I drank. I think that was it. And it has nothing to do with like anything else. Was my old man really that crazy? I do have a vague memory like that, but I can't say for sure. I understand that it's stupid of me to even be trolled by it, but still I should probably know about the Total family. Hmm. I'm back! I call up but there's no response. Akia's probably still resting in her room. Kuroki-san and Hiso are probably doing their jobs right now. Well then, come to think of it, this might be a good opportunity. I go to see Kuroki-san. Hmm? I'll see Kuroki-san. I already know about his split personality from going to his room before in the other route. I'll go ask Kawaki-san. She seems to be knowledgeable about all these things this morning. I don't think Akia would want to talk about it, and searching my own rooms would take time, and I would just discover a single book which I've already read. I'll probably have the best luck with Kawaki-san. She's probably sweeping in the back. I enter the courtyard. Huh? I don't see her anywhere. I glance around, and then, from just an instant, I see the color of her kimono in the forest. Is there something to clean over there? There isn't anything over there. I played in the forest as a child, so I would remember. I used to play a lot in the direction, so over there. Eh? What was that? There should be nothing there. But there's something odd about that. I haven't investigated that tree yet. If there's nothing there, then why? Did this garden-like area hold some significance to me? Ouch. I get a light headache. After a little debate with myself, I follow after Kuroki-san. Deep in the forest there is another mansion. I'm doing the exact same things as Shiki. Maybe I'm becoming him. Locks Shiki. Deep in the forest there is another mansion, detached I suppose. Deep within the trees it seems to be hidden from sight from the main building of the mansion. No way, my heart convulses. This is the first time I've seen this, but it seems horribly familiar and I start to get dizzy. Kohakuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuu I don't want to go inside. But it would be stupid if I came all the way here only to go back, so I forced myself to continue. I walk around inside. It says this will run down over here and there, probably because it hasn't been used in years, but it seems like somebody may have been doing some maintenance because it isn't dirty. Kohakuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuu towards the room. This is all so familiar. The smell of the tamati fills the small room. Huh? Shiki-san, why did you come here? Kohaku-san tilts her head in surprise. I wanted to ask about something, so I followed you here. Strangely enough, I respond calmly. I talk with me? Yeah, I wanted to talk about this morning. This isn't a good place. Should we go to the courtyard? I look up at the ceiling. It's almost sunset, so it'll be dark soon. The light in this room is probably doesn't work, so we should head back somewhere. The light does work. Shiki-san, if you want to talk about that, then here is probably better. If we go back to the mansion, we might run into Akiya-sama, and we'll not be able to talk about Makihisa-sama. Ah, that's right. She'll probably see us. But Kohaku-san, I don't like keeping things secret from Akiya. This is a little different. Akiya-sama does not like talking about Makihisa-sama. So if you wish to continue our talk from this morning, then we have to do it where Akiya will not overhear us. Does that mean we have to keep it a secret from Akiya? Yes. A secret between me and you, Shiki-san. We can't let Akiya or Hisu-chan know about it. Kohaku-san smiles like she's having a lot of fun. Well, having a secret just between the two of us does seem a little exciting, but Akiya-san, the sun is almost setting. We can't talk here, right? Not at all. This building is still maintained at a level for people to live in, so it has futons already prepared and electricity. Really? But this place hasn't been used for a while, right? Why is it maintained like that? Let's see, maybe Akiya-sama is just fond of this place. A long time ago, this is where Makihisa-sama adopted child used to live. Huh? Makihisa-sama, my old man, adopted a child a long time ago? Wait a second, Kohaku-san. My old man adopted a child? Oh, you don't remember? Pretty strange reason, just because it had the same name. About 10 years ago, he brought a child here. His parents both died in an accident, by being killed by him, so he adopted the child. What, that happened? Yes, but 2 years later the child passed away. It's a trivial accident, but a lot of the servants began to say that the Shona family was cursed. Wait a minute. Something about her words seems scary. Just hearing them, my vision starts to warp. It was as if the room was made completely of dissolving sugar. And Kohaku-san, a child adopted 10 years ago. 2 years later, the child died. In other words, 8 years. That's when I had my accident and was sent to the hospital. Accident. What kind of accident was it? An accident that seriously wounded me. An accident that the adopted child was killed in. A hot summer day. I can't remember. All I know is that at that time my arms seemed to be soaked in blood. Kohaku-san, you said cursed? No, it isn't anything important. It's just that a lot of members of the Tono family have died young, such as accidents or suicide or illness, a curse that does not allow them a natural death. Well, that was the rumor anyway. Suicide what? Some members of the Tono family, like Makihisa-sama, carried mental illnesses and committed suicide when they became adults. These are just rumors, but it's said some of them were murderers before the war. Mental illness? Murderers? Such as seeing dreams of killing people? Such as my memories being extremely vague? Kohaku-san, that... Oh, I'm very sorry. Those are just dark rumors about the Tono family. No, that's fine. That is what I wanted to ask about. If you don't mind, can you continue? About Makihisa-sama? Her tone lowers. Yeah, I nod. Kohaku-san lowers her eyes and then looks directly at me. Shiki-san. We spoke about it this morning, but I took care of Makihisa-sama's condition 2 years before he passed away. While you were living with the Arima family, Makihisa-sama would become very depressed at times, and I would have to prepare his medicine. Wait, you said it this morning too, but was he that bad that he had to take medicine? Yes. It would not be uncommon for him to walk into the garden at night and kill the pet dogs and cats or hurt his own body. and when the night was over, he won't remember a thing, only thinking it was strange that his hands were painted in blood. Eh? What is this? That's pretty much crazy. As crazy as I am in my dream. No, it's backwards. Am I crazy, just like my old man? Shiki-san? I hear Kohakuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuu terrible. If you're feeling poorly, you should rest in your room. Kohakuuuuuuuuuuuuuu says this as he grabs my shoulder. With the help I can stand. Yeah, I'm fine, so I'm still not able to focus again, but I'm still dizzy. Swirling red and black, my vision strobes between blood and night. The darkness brought about my anima now turns into just one sheet of red, a red um, reminiscent of blood. The ease with which I bit the neck of the dead body in last night's dream is slides down my throat. Am I gonna bite her neck? The taste of warm blood. Ah, thud. Somehow I understand that this was the sound of my body hitting the floor. Shiki-san! Oh, I'm just remembering it. Kohakuuuuuuuuuuuu dashes towards me. Shiki-san, are you in pain? Shiki-san! No, it doesn't hurt. I want to tell her but my consciousness is fading. I can't speak. I can't even move a finger. It seems that if I exert myself even the little slightest bit, I'll completely lose consciousness. Collapsed on the floor, I try as hard as I can to resist the coming darkness. Don't strain yourself, please, or lie down. Kohakuuuuuuuuuuu speaks to me. She slides me over. With one hand holding my head, Kohakuuuuuuuuuu slides a pillow underneath me. Please relax. This will help the blood to flow, right? No. Her voice seems so close. What's wrong with that? No. Oh, it's a not a no. I piece together my situation. It seems I am resting on her lap. CG? No. The time passes quietly. Neither of us say anything. Right now the silence relaxes my heart. It's so quiet. For some reason this seems so familiar. Lying down on my side, I stare up at the tamati mat floor. After nodding, Kohakuuuuuuuuuu checks my pulse. Oh, this isn't good. Shiki-san, your body temperature's fallen. I should go back and bring you some medicine. No, I'm fine. I'm used to this, so I'll be fine soon. Today was a little harder than before, but I'll be alright. So we can stay like this a little longer? I can relax better like this. I'll tell her that, waiting to stay like this, wanted to stay like this a little longer. In that case, Kohakuuuuuuuuu says as she stays in place. And then, Shiki-san, you're not scared? Kohakuuuuuuuuu asks me this. Eh? Of what? About your health. About 2 days before you returned here, I received all the information from the doctor. I was not surprised, but it felt more like he was deceiving me. Deceiving you? Why? Because you are so close to wavering between the life and death. But you can live a normal life. Normally with a condition like yours, you would be confined to a bed. That voice seems to not so much full of worry, but more full of anger almost. Shiki-san, you're different from most people who can rest assured at night that they'll wake up in the next morning. But you still live normally and do not have much fear. I can't understand it. Please answer me. Why are you not scared? I can't come up with a good answer. And my weak body, the death that's always close, my eyes I can see death. Maybe that's why I'm just numb to it. Who knows? Maybe I just don't feel it as being real. I don't get it. Do you not feel how close death is? Or is it because your body could die at any moment, so living does not concern you? It's hard to say. Maybe I'm desensitized to death. Being sensitive about seeing it that close every day, it just becomes normal. But I can still say this, Kohakuuuuuuuuuu. Since I'm so close to death all the time, I can feel life more strongly. I know that living itself is happiness. Like you said, my body isn't that free. But with such a puppy-like body, I want to believe that even talking right now is such a wonderful thing. I can move this, okay? That's right. More than thinking about my body, I want to treasure the present. If I have time to worry about dying, I should be enjoying the present more. I see, your heart is free, isn't it? Quietly, as if singing, Kohakuuuuuuuuuu says this to herself. Her fingers run through my hair gently. Kohakuuuuuuuuuu? I look up. I see her smiling very peacefully. Her smile that I should be so used to seeing, but it seems like it's the first time I've ever seen her smile. Time just passes by. She lightly runs her fingers through my hair. I feel the warmth of her body from her legs. the nostalgic smell of the tamati mat. It's also comforting. My eyelids slowly start to close. She has a gentle look on her face. If I can sleep like this, it would be... That's funny. Really like this. I feel like this is the first time I've seen you smile, Kohakuuuuuuuuuuuuuu. I feel like I'm falling asleep. Is that right? Shuki-san, you must be really sleepy. That's fine. If you're happy then. If that makes her smile, I want to do this forever. In the middle of this dark room, I want to feel her close to me, and I reach out my hand. Shuki-san? My fingers touch her. My fingers trace the line on her face. They brush her smooth skin, and reach her hair. Then, Kohakuuuuuuuuuuuu, you came here ahead of me. Vigorously open the screen door. Akira enters the room. What? Kohakuuuuuuuuuu's fingers suddenly stop moving. What are you two doing? Akia's emotionless voice. Akia, this is not what you think. I stand up in a hurry. I'll just try to calm her down. There's nothing wrong or anything suspicious. We haven't done anything, and all Kawaku-san did was watch over me after I collapsed. Wait, Akia, I just collapsed so Kawaku-san was... It's over before I can finish. Aki stares at Kawaku-san and enters. It's only a moment after. Slap. The dry sound echoes through the room. What? There wasn't even a time to stop it. Aki just walks in and slaps her. Kawaku-san takes a few steps back. It must have been pretty hard. Aki, you... Nissan, this place is off limits. If you're feeling well, please go back to the mansion. I don't care about that. Why did you hit her? Why not? This is an old decrepit building. What was she thinking having you rest here? Just for that? She was just taking care of me. Just that? What do you mean, Nissan? It would not be surprising if this place collapses. An earthquake could cause a building to collapse. To take care of the eldest son of the Tono household in such a place means she doesn't have the discretion proper for a servant. Akia, there's some things you shouldn't say. Kaku-san didn't do anything wrong. I was the one that called her here anyway. Oh? You're going this far to protect Kawaku, Nissan? Her gaze sharpens. She looks just like she did in that dream. Her gaze looks close to malice. That looks close to malice and hatred. In front of me, in reality, there's a nightmarish Akia. Eh? My pulse tightens. Was I hallucinating? For an instant, around Akia, I thought that I saw something terrible. I understand. If you say that, then I will not say anything else. But Nissan, from now on, please do not come here. If you cannot even do that, then I have some ideas too. It must have been an illusion. There isn't anything strange around her. But why? The danger I feel from her makes me feel uneasy. We're going back, Kawaku. Nissan, go back to your room. Akia walks away. Kawaku-san. I call out to Kawaku, who is still looking down. Kawaku-san, are you alright? Yes. Alright about what? She says this casually. With her usual smile, she looks up. That isn't a forced empty smile, but really is smiling, as if Aki never hit her. But well then, Shiki-san, let's go back. Aki-sama found out, so you shouldn't come here again. Aki-sama would really punish you for sure. Laughing at her own joke, she leaves the room. Oh, why is she smiling? Is it because I was lying on her lap, or is it because I defended her? It's probably because both of them are acting strange. I can't go back right away. Eh? Here, okay. I eat alone and go back to my room. I guess Akia was still feeling poorly because she wasn't there. Kawaku-san made me dinner with her usual cheery mood and then went to take care of Akia. I wonder if Kawaku-san is feeling uneasy. It would seem that Kawaku-san doesn't resent Akia at all. It seems like Hisu is over what happened this morning and is taking care of me. Hisu took half a day to get over it, so maybe Kawaku-san is a lot stronger. Lying down on my bed, I let out a big sigh. I must be tired. But recently, as soon as night falls, I've been falling into bed. Even though there are a lot of strange things I should think about, I feel like nothing concerns me and try to go to sleep. That's odd. I can't concentrate. I stare at the ceiling. My eyes start to close. Again, I don't think about anything and fall into a deep sleep. Am I going to kill someone? Burning. Burning. Burning! My skin is burning. I can't sleep like this. I have to get up and drink some water. The city at night. Repeating my hot breath, I look at the people passing by. There are only 2 or 3 of them tonight. If possible, I want to find a lone girl who's about my age. Hot. I see my reflection in the mirror. Breathing wildly, it looks like I'm running a high fever. Hot, I can't stand this burning. There, I don't need to get any closer. I grab her from behind and make her pass out. I pick her up and take her with me. I start to smile. I endured it for so long and now everything is over. I decided to do it here in the end. The reason is simple. Because this was the killer's lair. Burning. The killer's lair? You mean the other Shiki? Or am I dreaming? Oh, no, I'm not dreaming because there was blood on my hands. But maybe that's just for that night and the rest of my dreams. And the other Shiki came back. I have no idea. Probably not. It probably is me. My breathing fills the air. Let's see there's blood on my hands when I come wake up this time. Soon I can taste her. Then I start my meal. Biting into her neck, I suck the blood. It's unbelievably sweet. The sensation is really terrifying. If it is this sweet and feels this good, I may just become a captive to this sensation in place of that killer. This is a lot like the other dream that I saw though, in the Hisu route. The night is deep. Above my head is a silver eye bearing witness to my sin. With blood-stained, smeared lips, I look up at the sky with eyes full of amusement. Fluttering hair. Above is this spiraling sky. What a beautiful silver moon, like a snake. Watching the blood-sucking demon. Oh, there's no, okay. You are at every corner. Okay. I leap out of bed, unable to take it any longer. Holding back the urge to vomit, I be like some kind of animal. What was that just now? A dream? It was a dream, but what was that? It's different than what I saw 2 days ago. The feeling of walking the streets at night, the smell of blood lingering in my nose, the sound of dragging that girl who was close to my age. All of it is so fresh in my memory. Was that something you could call pleasure? It was pure excitement condensed like a bullet, fired straight into my head. My breathing stops just thinking about it. Then perhaps that impact could be something called pleasure. Why did that kind of dream? I looked down at my hands. Of course they are pure white without a trace of red blood in them. So it may have been a dream? Maybe. But for an instant, I saw both my hands covered in red. What, you too? Huh? This is the first time I've seen another killer besides myself. That's right. I did have that conversation. The same city doesn't need 2 killers. I'll give you this place. But when was that? Why can't I remember? Suddenly I feel like I had that conversation with someone, but I just can't remember. Was it real or was it just an empty dream? I just remember that the killer said I was the same as him. That's strange. Why is it all mixed up in my head? I honestly tried hard to remember about last night's dream. My head pounds. Yeah, I can't remember. When I tried to remember it yesterday, I feel the urge to vomit. I'm scared. I'm scared of the fact that I can't remember. It feels like a Tonoshiki I don't know is killing people, and in order to hide it, is assuming the Tonoshiki that is me, and I sense someone in the hallway. Who's there? I call out. Knock, knock. Hello, Hisu? Please excuse me, Hisu says as she enters the room. It's just a normal morning scene. Ah, it certainly is. Is it because she is acting so naturally? My pounding heart instantly calms down. Hello. Good morning, Shiki-sama. Hisu, He? Yes, it is time, so I have prepared your change of clothes already. Shiki-sama, are you not feeling well? No, that's not it. I feel fine. There's nothing wrong. I get up from bed as if trying to prove my words. Morning, Hisu. I'll go to the sitting room after I change, so please go ahead of me. Yes. Well then, please excuse me. Bye, Hisu. Hisu quietly closes the door and leaves. After watching her go, I take a deep breath. Why am I feeling this down? Why am I feeling down like this? Probably because I found out about my own man's illness yesterday. Just because my symptoms are similar to his? Maybe I'm being too paranoid. Yeah. Ever since I came back, I've been so tired. I shouldn't think about that dream. Well then. It's almost 7. Like yesterday, I should be able to enjoy this morning. And then, unthinkingly, I step into the sitting room, and it hits me that I forgot something very important. And what was that? Oh crap, Aki is mad with you? I swallow my words. After Aki, Hisu, and Kohakuuuuuuuuuuuuuu are in the sitting room, everything seems just ignored, but after what happened yesterday, I'm sure it'll be really awkward. Aki and Kohakuuuuuuuuuuu seem to be have reached an understanding, but haven't spoken with Akiya yet. Think about how Akiya acted yesterday. I'm pretty sure Akiya's still mad at me. Good morning, Nissan. Did you sleep well? Huh? And Akiya greets me with a big smile. My mind freezes at such an unexpected event. Akiya still has a big smile as I just stand there. Akiya is way too cheerful and it makes me think she is planning something. Shiki-sama, would you care to sit down? Yeah, if you want me to sit, I will. I fearfully look at Akiya as I sit down across from her. Morning, Akiya. You seem to be in a good mood today. Is that so? Certainly I feel much better, so I probably look less pale than before. No, it isn't far beyond not looking pale. It is far beyond. Anyway, first I have to thank you. I really wanted to thank you yesterday, but I was feeling rather ill and did not have an opportunity. Akiya looks directly at me. There isn't even a trace of yesterday's coldness. It also seems that the air of danger has disappeared. Thank me? I didn't really do anything to deserve that. That's not true. You took care of me when I was sick, right? Because you embraced me, I was determined. I was extremely happy that night. She says something that catches me totally off guard. And then, I feel incredibly heavy pressure against my back. I glance behind me. There, Hisu and Kohakuuuuuuuuuuuuuu stare at me in a manner far different from than usual. Akiya, don't say things that might give people the wrong impression. You in so much pain, I just supported you, that's all. Oh? I suppose wrapping your arms around me is just supporting me? Akiya giggles softly. They're staring at me. The stare of the two behind me gets even heavier. Now look, you're acting odd. Are you enjoying making fun of me? Yes, a lot. Looking at your troubled face is fun. This is just too weird. Is this really Akiya's personality? You have some strange hobbies, bothering me in the morning and lecturing me at last night. Well, I thought so at first, but you must really have something against me. I end up with a sigh. All of a sudden, Akiya averts her gaze. I'm very sorry. What I did yesterday was stupid. There was something wrong with me, and I've already apologized to Kohaku. You apologized to Kohaku-san? I blurted this out in surprise. Not only did she apologize, but she apologized to Kohaku-san? Hey, Nissan, just what kind of person do you think I am? I was at fault, so it's only natural that I apologize to Kohaku, right? When she says that, I get a vague mental image of her acting as this strict mistress. Nissan, you're thinking of something bad, aren't you? She's sharp. As happy as she is, it doesn't do anything to dull her sense of perception. Shiki-san, I hate to ruin your fun, but would you like some breakfast? It's almost time, so I thought I should make some. Oh, I forgot. I'm not so much hungry as I am thirsty, though. Oh, that won't do, Shiki-san. You collapsed yesterday, so you need to eat to regain your strength. Even if you don't feel like eating, you should have some food. Huh? What you say is true, but I just don't feel like it right now. After seeing that dream, I can't bring myself to eat. Nissan, if Shiki-san does not feel well, I do not think you should force him. Hisu-chan, you're far too indulgent when it comes to Shiki-sama-san, huh? Shiki-san, you're not feeling well again this morning. Kohaku-san stares at me. As if on cue, Hisu and Akiya add their serious stares on me as well. I guess I really can't go fooling myself. To tell the truth, I do feel a little under the weather. I can eat, but could you make it something I don't need to chew? I feel pretty bad and I can't really taste anything. After telling the truth, Kohaku-san says OC and looks a little downcast. As the one in charge of cooking, she probably feels something about what I said. Shiki-sama, I think you're not feeling well because there was a change in your environment. So if the mansion is not suitable to you, maybe you should go back and live with the Armas for a while. Hisu's opinion is driven by his sincere concern about my health. Ever since I came back, my life has been strange. Since that promise from 8 years ago has apparently been forgotten, maybe it's better for my health if I go back to live with the Armas. Yeah, that may be good too. Although I've only been here for a week here, if I don't see to get used to it soon, I'll leave for a while and go regain my health. Well, that may be jumping the gun a bit, I add, and then suddenly Akiya stands up from her sofa. Oh, that will not do, Nissan. You finally came back, so please do not leave again. If you say you're going to leave one more time, I'll kill you, Nissan. Akiya smiles as she just says that joke and disappears towards the lobby. No. I don't like when the smiling Akio says she's gonna kill me. Why can't the normal Akio say that? So it sounds more like a joke. Hisu-chan, it's time for Akio-sama to go to school, so please accompany her to the door. I'll be taking care of Shiki-san's breakfast. With a simple yes, Hisu walks after Akio. Well then, I'll make you something easy for you to eat. Please wait just a moment. Hisu-san walks quietly towards the kitchen. I sit on the sofa dumbstruck. I'll kill you, Nisan. Those words won't leave my head. It's probably because even though it's a joke, it doesn't sound like a joke to me. Am I feeling this way because I think Hisu is the girl, but she doesn't seem to care? Noon arrives. As usual, Ariko is skipping school, so I'm like losing all meaning in life. I guess I'll go to the cafeteria. I don't feel like eating by myself here. Maybe if I go to the library cafeteria, my appetite may pick up. As expected, the cafeteria is full of people. After waiting in a long line, I buy the tried and true set A and walk to a table. Not seal. Listening to the voices of everyone, I begin to eat, and then, for a moment, I see a terrible image. Is it the television screen? I gape at the large television mounted on the wall at the end of the cafeteria. At my school, they record the morning news and replay it at lunch. I just stare dumbstruck at the news broadcast that is several hours late. No way. I watch the news in amazed horror. Shown in the television is the alley that I saw in last night's dream. I saw last night in my dream. The newscast is talking. On the TV, the words "vampire serial killing's new victim" appear in blood lettering. Well, it's not me, because I'm not a vampire. Which means Shiki's just back. He's a liar. Or Roa took over him. One of those two. It appears that the girl was saved. The girl is in the hospital recovering from having her blood drained. She's still unconscious. Chances of recovery are unknown. Huh? The identity of who attacked and stole her blood is also unknown. The picture of the girl on the television is unmistakably that girl from last night. That means there's only one thing that isn't known. The criminal who attacked her is without a doubt. I start to feel faint. How come? That was a dream. It had to be a dream. But in reality, the same person in my dream had her blood sucked out the same way in my dream. That vampire should be gone already. I killed Yumijika with my own hands. Those killings, they shouldn't be happening anymore. I killed? Yes, I killed. Just like the time when I killed Yumizuka. We're all breathing hard last night. That woman I've never met. Didn't I tell you, Shiki-kun? It's useless to resist it. What are you talking about? You're more of a killer than I am. Like, resisting the urge to throw up, I get up from my seat. I can't go back to class. I find myself running into the city. I come to the place I saw in my dream. There are several policemen around the area, and a tape-reading police line "Do Not Cross" is stretched across the alley. Yeah, I think this might be Shiki. Because why would I do this? Exactly the same. Without a doubt, this is the place I went to see in my dream. I probably did kill those people though when I was intoxicated. No, it wasn't a dream. I can't delude myself into thinking it was a dream any longer. Even if I stay here longer, the cops will only stare at me. I can't go back to school now, so I guess I'll go back to the mansion. Since it's not even 2 o'clock yet, Hisu isn't waiting in the lobby. I can say I got lucky. I don't feel like seeing anyone right now. I glance at my reflection in the window. The pale face looks like a completely different person. Different tone as Shiki. See, in the Hisu route, then now I would get the option to go to Makihito-sama's room. But I got that yesterday. Myself that seems like another person. That dream that seems like it belongs to another person. That which could not be noticed. The traces of killing that only remain in my memory. Dizziness. Before me, my vision goes black. No, I'm not the same as the old man. I'm desperately trying to fend off the dizziness. I try to stay upright. My old man. I can see my old man's room and I can find out by his illness. If I do that, I can confirm that I'm not the same. If I am the same, there might be a reason to help. Might be a way to help myself. I'm just going to his room? Okay. His room is on the first floor in the western part of the mansion next to Kawaku-san's room. It is so fortunate that I left school early. At this time, no one else is around. I pull out my knife and take off my glasses. I try to cut the lines to the door lines of the door's lock and put my glasses back on. I didn't even try to open it first. The door was not locked. Ooh. The two. I cut it even though it was not locked. Okay. My old man's room is just like it always was. And nearly all the rows of books and educational records with reports, and nothing catches my attention. What I want right now is my old man's journal of or notes. The old man was extremely methodical. There certainly has to be something like that lying around here somewhere. Of course, they're not just lying around where anyone can see them. Maybe they're locked away somewhere. I should probably look in the desk drawers first. Hmm? This isn't the time to be fooling around. Taking off my glasses, I look at the lines. Using my knife, I cut the lines on this drawer. Inside there appears to be some old documents, bundled together and what seems to be a journal. First I look at the old documents. This is my family tree, definitely. Right after Magisa-sama is written Tonoshiki and Tono Akia, and right after that is the word Nanaya is written there. My old man here adopted a son 10 years ago, but he passed away shortly thereafter. 10 years ago, that would be when I was in elementary school. That's long ago. It's only natural that I wouldn't remember. Let's see. The head of the household have had pretty short lifespans. My old man died before he was 50, and before that, 30 in an accident. Before that, 18 years of age with suicide. No, wait a second. No matter how you look at it, this is strange. Looking through the family tree, all the members of the Tono family have died strangely. Madness, accidents, murder, disappearances, stillbirth. None of them lived a long life or even died peacefully. What? The entire document is filled with horrible fates. Even worse, most of the causes of death are madness. Most of them, ended up taking their own lives. That's strange. All of this is strange, but I can't place my finger on it. Next is my old man's journal. I pick up the journal, which has a relatively new binding. My heart starts to pound. My heart seems to understand that I shouldn't be opening this, but I can't turn back now. Swallowing hard, I opened my old man's journal. There was a demon lurking inside the Tono bloodline. The opening statement is those lines, and this isn't just a simple metaphor. The ancestors of the Tono were a mix of something non-human and human. We being their descendants, also had the element of something non-human in our blood. In regards to our blood, there are those with strong and those with weak non-human blood. Those with weak non-human blood can live their lives as ordinary people, but those with strong non-human blood can never live a normal life. Those with strong Tono blood, born with special powers. It could be the body that is resistant to death. It could be an ability to move things without touching them. Or it could be fangs used to take body fluids from other people. When this blood becomes too strong, the members of the Tono family start to gradually lose their sanity. The majority of those become demons that feed on human flesh. So the head of the Tono household carries the responsibility of punishing those who have turned into such monsters. It's messed up. Yo man, what was he trying to say? Writing so seriously about something that sounds more like a fairy tale, the journal turns more into the old man's rants. The date is roughly 9 years ago. The handwriting starts to get erratic. I am no longer able to suppress my raging blood. I was able to obtain an orphan from a family of synchronizers, so she should have me straight in my mind. However, it is only really a matter of time before I go insane. It is terrifying. When I come to I find that I can't remember half the day. During that time, I'm forcing my inversion impulse on that child. If this keeps up, it's only a matter of time before I completely lose my sanity and turn into a beast. I don't even know how much time I have left to remain as myself. No, if that child is here, then I can probably last for a few more years. But that child will not be able to bear that. After that child breaks, I will have to take my own life. It is incredibly ironic. I eliminated so many things in order to preserve myself, but in the end I will probably have to commit suicide. So, or maybe this is the curse of the Nanayas. I end up adopting his son. But I guess I could not let that grudge. Live that grudge with such a thing. And I can't make up the events of the past. If death is waiting for me, then I must accept it when the time comes, but until then I must protect my children. Akia's blood is weak. Unless she wishes it herself, she does not have to suffer the same fate. The problem is Shiki. The child is extremely close to me, more than anyone else. I do not want that child to suffer my fate. If the Tono blood is unnatural, I need to distance him as much as possible from the Tono name and see how he will fare. I let out a deep sigh and expel the air from my lungs. I take a break from reading. It makes me sick. The contents of my old man's journal are so far from reality that it's plain weird. My old man didn't just have manic depression, rather he was just becoming violent without us knowing. Just like Tonoshiki by now. That's strange, but that isn't what concerns me. He writes Tonoshiki and Akia strangely. Looking back at the family tree, I see that he writes Akia using the Chinese characters of autumn leaves, while Shiki is written using the characters of Four Seasons. The characters from Four Seasons are certainly be pronounced as Shiki, but the characters in my name are intentional and esteemed. I have a feeling that thinking too hard about that will be bad, but my train of thought does not stop. What are these synchronizers? Maybe the adopted child, but I feel that's wrong too. Maybe I've only read halfway through all this. If I read it completely, I may be able to come with a solution, but do I really want to find out? Probably. It seems you're almost figuring out that you're the adopted child. I feel like vomiting. I can't stay standing. Hurry. I must hurry back to my room and sleep. It feels like there's something wrong with my head. But still, I decided to go back to reading the journal. The rest of it seems to be records of some sort. The date starts in the summer of 8 years ago, and about a month after that, I don't understand it yet, but I continue to look through it. Month day. My son Tonoshiki has come to his tonal blood. Shuki, he killed my adopted son who happened to be there. The adopted son is the heir of the Nanayas, and I guess it is a blessing in all the unfortunate events that he isn't in the same family as the synchronizers like Kohakuuuuuuuuuuuuuu and Hisu. Shuki's inversion impulse is terrible. So I was determined that he must be eliminated. I have my duty as the head of the Tono household, but killing my own son is so difficult. The Tono blood is stronger in Shuki than in Akia. Talking about potential, I feel an older origin in Akia's blood, but Shuki's blood runs much stronger. I assume that is why Shuki inverted before he became an adult. Shuki's powers are immortality and fusion. That's not mine. Shuki could not manage the awakened powers as a result and killed the adopted Nanaya child, taking his life. I have to say it was a superb job of using his powers for the first time. Month X day. Both Shuki and the adopted son managed to escape death. The problem of maintaining appearances to normal society still remains. Shuki has killed the adopted Nanaya child. I have covered up this incident, but Shuki can not be shown to the public. The wound I gave him hasn't healed, and his figure has transformed. He's not in a condition to be brought in front of the others. As Tonoshiki, he cannot be called human either. The Nanaya child still lives. As long as he lives, I decided to use him. If there's any disagreements, I would like to hear them. Conceptually, the Nanayas are a family that produces killers. If the adopted son happens to stay alive, the link between him and the Shuki may corrupt Shuki's mind. Even if Shuki regains his sanity, I cannot deny the possibility of the Nanaya child influence turning him into a killer. To prevent this from occurring, we must have him somewhere where we can keep an eye on him. But we cannot allow him near the Tono mansion either. I should have him raised by an appropriate branch of the family. The Tono blood that has awakened within Shuki. Maybe it's because he was close to death, but he has regained his sanity like before. But I don't know if something will cause him to invert again. Even though it tears me apart, I couldn't allow Shuki near the Tono mansion either. I placed him in the care of a trusted servant. I put my adopted son from the Nanaya family into the care of another branch of our family. Akia hates me. Akia has lost both her brothers at the same time, so I suppose it's only natural. I started to raise Akia as the next head of the household. Akia has more than enough talent to carry out her duties as the head of the household. Shuki may have the ability of immortality, but Akia has the power of plunder. Eh? I thought she was like a fire ability. As siblings, both of them have the ability to share and take life energy. It is regrettable. If only she had been born 10 years ago, I would have been able to eliminate the Nanayas without the help from the Kishimas. Kishimas? But I have to be careful. Is that what the synchronizers are from? Her ability to plunder is a double-edged sword. She might be able to plunder someone's entire concept while plundering their heat. Like me, I have to teach her how to not attract the curse of an enemy. Akia tried to visit the Aruma residence. I could not let her and my adopted son see each other. I placed her in a boarding school so her freedom is limited. Recently, my condition has been getting worse. It seems like the daughter of the synchronizers is not enough now. For the first time in a long time, I've come back to myself. How many months has it been since I last picked up this pen? This probably will not be here next time. I will have to finish up writing here. I gave instructions for this to be given to my daughter Aki after my death. I don't know if Aki will ever read this, but if she does, it is to be destroyed. This is my only request for my daughter to fulfill. What is this? The adopted child 10 years ago. I completely forgot about that. I killed him. The summer 8 years ago when I received that wound. No! Why would you come to that conclusion? He killed me? The summer 8 years ago when I received this wound. Yeah, he killed you. Nausea wells up within me. I feel sick. That memory that I had forgotten until now runs through my head. I understand. Everything has been written down, so I have to accept it. Besides everything falls into place. The reason I was adopted by the Yarimas, the reason I was inherited as the eldest son, is nothing. In other words, Shiki was only a replacement for the one named Shiki. What is this? Cursing myself, I tossed the journal to the side. There's nothing more for me to investigate any further. Staying here any longer is just a waste of time. Okay, am I back to my room? Yeah, okay. The day ends. Collapsed on my bed, I just started thinking about the same thing. Thinking calmly, there was only two things I found out from the journal. That I am not part of the Toner family, that the Nanaya lineage turns out a large number of killers. I don't have any blood ties to Toner Makia. In other words, those dreams about murdering have to be my own. If that is the case, there's only one thing left to do. I hear voices coming from the lobby. I wonder if Akia is back. I get up from bed. I want to hear the truth from Akia. Gathering up my courage, I knock on the door. Maki, I want to talk. Nissan, please come in. Her voice is bright and cheerful. Taking a breath to compose myself, I open the door. I've seen your room before. It certainly is rare for you to come to my room like this, Nissan. Just like this morning, Akia has a smile on her face, seeing that I just stand there wordlessly, wanting to go back. I guess after all, I have felt that myself as Tono Shiki and my sister, Akia Tono, are important to me. But still, there's something I have to ask her. Akia, yes, what is it, Nissan? Akia appears to be looking forward to a fun conversation. Gritting my teeth, I took a look her seriously in the eye. Please tell me about the Nania family. I think I have a right to know. In that instant, Akia freezes like a puppet whose strings were cut. Akia wordlessly stares at me. If you won't answer, then I'll rephrase my question. My old man, Tono Makihisa, had two personalities, right? And not just him. Almost all the members of the Tono families have some sort of illness. I usually think that's what I had, but that's wrong. My anime came from that incident 8 years ago, because I know. You were adopted by the Tono family, right? Saying that, she smiles for some reason. Akia? Akia slowly and elegantly walks to the window as if she was in a play. The curtains billow in the breeze. Placing her hand on the window, she turns around. Nissan, you were adopted by the Tono family. Your real name is Nana Yoshiki. As you say, your health condition is due to the accident 8 years ago. You appear to know already that the members of the Tono family are different than most humans. Akia succinctly says these things that I would have had the most difficulty asking. Akia, that is okay. It was only a matter of time, and I did not like hiding it. Now that you know, there is no need. No, maybe there never was a need. Then there's no need to put up with any of this. Is that not right, Nissan? Akia says this with her voice full of confidence. Akia, so like I thought yes. You're the one father adopted 10 years ago, but you do not remember it. Do you remember the Tonoshiki that used to play with us? No, I don't. That's right. It's because father hypnotized you. Shiki was someone who could not resist his Tono blood. You may not remember it, but that day 8 years ago, you protected me from Shiki. You sacrificed yourself to protect me from the bloodthirsty Shiki. This is how you were killed by Shiki, and Shiki was killed by his father. It is the duty of the head of the Tono household to dispose of those who are no longer human. Killed? Well, I'm still alive, right? Yes. By a miracle you survived. You remember what happened afterwards, right? You were taken to a hospital, and the day you returned, you were adopted by the Arima family. That is when father hypnotized you. You were not fully healed, so your heart and mind was weak. So you easily believe what father told you. I see, then. That's enough. If you understand, then there's no more need to talk. I'm not a member of the Tono family, right? Then you don't have to force yourself to call me brother. Soon I and outsider shall leave this place. Don't get me wrong, Nissan. I do not call you Nissan for the sake of society. Do you not remember? Even before you were killed by Shiki, I called you Nissan. It has nothing to do with you being adopted. I knew from the very beginning you weren't my real brother, and you accepted that too. So no matter what you think, you are Tonoshiki. So please stay here in the mansion. Akia's words make me happy, but I don't understand. Why does she accept me an outsider? Why? I'm not even your real brother. Goodness, after I have said all this, you still do not understand. You're the only one I will call Nissan. Even if you do not wish it, I just want you by my side. Because I love you, Nissan. Is that why you killed me? In my dream. What? I can say something totally unbelievable. I'm happy that she likes me as a brother, but as long as the situation remains, I can't be here. No, I'm not that kind of person you think I am. You see, Shiki is a killer, but I'm just a killer like him. A killer? What do you mean? I can't keep it a secret any longer. I think I did up until now. The dream I had last night, the bloodstains I could not explain, and the dream where Akia killed me. I can't trust myself. I thought they were just dreams. My old man wrote that the Naniya were a family that produces killers. If I become like Shiki, I don't know what I will do to you, Akia. I let it all out to her from the bottom of my heart, but after blinking in surprise, she no longer tries to laugh. But what's so funny? This isn't a joke. You may not believe me, but I really have dreams of sucking people's blood. Akia is still giggling. What is this? She makes me look stupid worrying about all this. Yes, it is funny. Is it? Yeah, it's funny. So, see, you can't be a vampire because you're from the Naniya family. Your blood is only human. So, I'm immune to the vampiric ability thingy. Besides, the Naniyas are not killers. Certainly from father's point of view, they are, but the only ones that the Naniyas feel a homicidal impulse towards are non-humans. So what you saw had to be just dreams, and even those dreams are simply Shiki transmitting to you. So it isn't that you want to see them. Shiki transmitted them? Come to think of it, my old man did write something about that. Shiki stole some of my life, so there is a link between us. I see. Then who is killing me on the street right now? Killing on the streets right now. Even if what I saw was a dream, the victim showing up on the streets in reality, the killer is real. I feel like I've met him before. Or was that a dream too? Now putting that off on the side, if there's a killer on the streets then, Shiki's still alive? Eh? Akia, who was getting until now, becomes serious. Akia, in my own man's journal he wrote that Shiki was still alive. In other words, father's journal, Akia told the head curious. My old man wrote that Shiki and I were connected. Then, maybe what I saw was really his dreams. You know, it's more likely that what he's actually doing. That may be possible. Father's death was suspicious, and it did seem like someone was being raised in the underground cell. Wait a minute, Akia. Do you have some kind of something like an underground cell here? Oh, of course. There are little members of the Tono family who lose their sanity, so it's only natural to lock them away before they can hurt the outside world, right? Well, that isn't all it is used for. When I get in trouble, Father will lock me up there. For some reason, Akia seems like she's having a lot of fun. A chill runs down my spine. I get it. We'll stop talking about it. We have to do something about Shiki, though. If Shiki really is wandering the streets killing people, then we have to stop him. Is that so? We really do not have to concern ourselves about him, do we? Is it not the job of the police to take care of killers? Oh, well, Akia, what are you saying? He's killing people, but he's your brother. He has to pay for his crime, but still. Goodness, Nissan. You are really too nice of a person. Taking a brush, she brushes her hair back. You are my one and only relative. I do not care about Shiki, so you do not have to worry about him. No, we can't do that. Do you think the police can catch him so easily? Before that, there will be more victims. I will not do anything. That is not her responsibility. She says this and looks me directly in the eye. Hey, let's not speak about those matters any longer. Talking about murder and killers is boring, isn't it? What? I tried to tell her that has nothing to do with our family, but I can't. Her eyes pierce into me deeply, staring at me like that. Her eyes seem to take away my resolution. Alright. It seems you understand. Well then, will you return to your room? I just came back from school, so there are things I have to do. Like Akia says, there isn't anything else to talk about, so not convinced, I turn away from her. I go to leave her room, and all of a sudden from behind me a voice tells me to stop. What is it? Are we not talking, Akia? Akia stares at me silently. Nissan, you're the most important thing to me. If I had lost my memories of you over those 8 years, I would not be who I am. Because you were here, I was able to see myself. You're more important to me than myself, so I wanted you to like me always. True sincerity. Akia looks at me. like I'm the only thing she sees. But this is just a selfish request, right? This family and I are just a burden to you. That is why I always feared that you would distance yourself from me. But that's just me worrying, right? Because you came back here. Because you came back for my sake. She says happily. Seeing her smile, my chest hurts. That's right. I came back because I could not leave you alone. But now, I'm beginning to think I was wrong. I did come back because I wanted to watch over her, but she's wrong. Her eyes are so sincere that I cannot lie. But Akia, that isn't the only reason why I came back. I came back for the sake of the child I made a promise with. That is something that's even more precious than my feelings towards Akia and something I can't lie about. Stop it. I do not want to hear it. You came back, so that is that. So anything else, such as your feelings, I do not need. She looks away. Akia looking down like that, just for no real reason, seems very dangerous. Go back to your room. Please don't look like that in front of me, Nissan. Not knowing what to say, I finally leave her room. Alrighty. The night wears on and it's almost midnight. It's already way past the time I would usually go to sleep. I lie down and look up at the moon through the window. The night goes by without me sleeping. It isn't that I'm scared of seeing another dream of murder. The killer Shiki wandering the streets. There's somehow dangerous looking Akia. Thinking of that, I could not sleep and just look up at the moon. I'm so thirsty. The last time I drank anything was around 4 hours ago at dinner. I don't want to endure it, so I go to the kitchen to get something to drink. I down a cup of water in one gulp. Gulp. Why is it so delicious? That's odd. I was just thirsty. The sensation of fluid down my throat is just like it was in last night's dream. Someone's coming. I hear the footsteps coming closer. Soft, small footsteps that barely echo in the deep night. Oh, it's Hisu. There's Kohaku. Shuki-sama? What are you doing? This late at night. Hisu, I was just thirsty, so I thought I'd get something to drink. Tsuki-sama, if that is the case, please call for me. At night, you should be resting in your room. Walking around here at night is no good. Hisu speaks plainly. There's something wrong with her words. Telling me it's no good to walk around at night means she's telling me not to go out of my room at night. No more than that. Hisu and Kawaku-san have worked since they were very young, so it would not be strange for them to know that I was adopted. Hisu, there's something I want to ask. Is it okay? Yes. If that is the case, then let us go back to your room. This is not somewhere to be having a conversation. No, that's fine. It's just something small anyway. Hisu tilts her head. I take a deep breath. If she doesn't know, then asking her would be revealing a secret, but I don't intend to hide it anyway. I'll make it short. Did you know that I was adopted? Her shoulders shake. That tells me that she did know. I see. If you know, then Kohaku-san must know too. What's this? This really isn't a secret after all. Shiki-sama, that is. She says as she lowers her eyes. I'm very sorry. Even if you were adopted, there's no doubt that you are the eldest son of the Tono family. Akia-sama accepts you as her relative and you are mine and Nissan's master. Thanks. If you say that, then I believe that I can stay here. Shiki-sama, please do not say things like that. This really is your true home. I know. That's what I think too. Even though it's for a short while, what happened here when I was a child is very important to me. I can't throw it away. Yusu looks visibly relieved. But I still want to know. Before I came here, it was Nanaya. If you know, could you tell me what kind of child I was? I'm sorry. Other than that you were the eldest son of the Nanaya, I do not know. Makisa-sama completely destroys all the records. I see. Well, if you made me act as Tonoshiki, then all the records of the Mia's Nanaya Shiki probably were destroyed. Shiki-sama, Nissan may know something. Huh? Hisu, why would Kohaku-san know anything? Nissan took care of Makihisa-sama ever since he was young. She was young. She may know about the Tono family and, about the Tono family than even, more about the Tono family than even Akia-sama does. Come to think of it, Kohaku-san did say that she was Makihisa-sama's servant, but I thought that was just to take care of his condition once in a while. Oh, if the Nanayas are forced to remain as 100% human, maybe that's why I died in the seal route, cause Akud was trying to turn me into a vampire, right? But maybe my Nanaya blood rejected the vampire blood, and that's why I got to death ending. But I thought that was just to take care of his condition once in a while. I didn't realize she was his servant from that young of an age. That Kawaku-san? She... s- s- Since she played with this every day, I just can't picture her being near the old man all the time. To be honest, Kisu seems like she was more suited for that. Always looking down at me, Akia and Kawaku-san from the inside the mansion. Is that true? But that's odd. Why would my old man tell Kawaku-san all the things he would not tell Akia? No, I do not think he told her directly, since Nissan was always near Makihisa-sama's room in the mansion. I believe she had many chances to overhear Makihisa-sama thinking out loud, always near my old man, but that's what Hisu, who stayed in the mansion, did. Wait, Kawaku-san was always with my old man as a child? Ah, Hisu looks down. Something just went wrong here. The feeling of inconsistency comes and everything falls back into place. Kawaku-san knew about the promise that only Hisu should know about. Hisu forgot about the promise made 8 years ago, but it might just be that I just reversed their roles in my memory. If that's true then, Hisu, I'll ask you one more time, do you remember about 8 years ago? Yes. About how I gave you that ribbon, right? That's right. After I left my room, you stopped me by the entrance and gave me the ribbon. Do you remember what color it was? The entrance? I thought it was by the tree. It was a white ribbon, but what about it? There's nothing wrong with her answer, but she was already wrong. The power drains from my legs and I collapsed onto the chair. How? How could I have been so wrong up until now? Shiki-sama? That's wrong, Hisu. I was given the ribbon under that tree in the garden, not by the entrance. Hisu gasped and falls into silence. Why? I don't get it. Why did Kwaku-san try to trick me? Why didn't she just tell me that she was the one I made the promise with? Shiki-sama, please do not tell Nissan about this. If she finds out, she will have nowhere else to go. All of a sudden, Hisu says this. If she finds out that I knew you two changed places, she nods silently. Then it was you who played with us and Kwaku-san was the one in the mansion, right? She silently nods. Why? Why did you act like you traded places? There's no point. Were you guys playing around with me? It was not our intention to deceive you, Shiki-sama. We cannot fully describe it ourselves how it came to be. It started 8 years ago, after you were adopted by the Arima family. I think I just became calmer than before. Nissan tried to cheer me up by acting happy, and then we gradually traded our roles. But why did it happen? You said you were always so energetic. That's not true, I'm naturally not energetic. But when you were there, I tried to follow you as hard as I could. Yeah, I remember. The girl who was always cheerful and always smiling. The most free-spirited, who would always worry over us, who, put up with the most, who acted like Kwaku-san would if she was younger. Really? I thought... I think you would be cheerful even if I wasn't there. That was your character. Trust me, since I, I the one who followed after you, I'm saying this. So yes, those days were really fun. I think, uh, those were the best 2 years of my life. But something crumbled after you left, Shiki-sama. Aki-sama started to hate Makihisa-sama, and Makihisa-sama became very strict with Nissan. The happy days were then over. I gradually became very quiet and could not even work rough anymore. So Nissan took over for me, smiling like I always did to running around like I used to. In turn, I took over Nissan's old roles. That was the easiest for me. At the same time, it fulfilled Nissan's only wish. Kwaku-san's wish? I don't understand what she said. Only that Kwaku-san really thinks about... Hisu really thinks about Kwaku-san. That's the only thing I could feel. Hisu, what do you mean by her wish? Nissan always wanted to be like me, but for my sake she held back. I think it is just an act for her to work in my place. She pretends to be me and kills her own will. She's just a doll that only acts like a Hisu from the past. I was scared of that Nissan. Nissan lost her identity and I realized that she was just living by acting at someone else's will. I think that if I go back to my old self, Nissan will return to her old self, her old true self. Nissan said this when we first traded places. It's okay, Hisu-chan. Until you become cheerful again, I will take your place. No matter when, once you are cheerful again, I'll give you back your role. I was scared of those words, and I thought that I should return to my self right away. But then by accident, I saw her walking around happily in the garden. Nissan really looks happy. I do not know. I looked that way back then, but she really was happy. And All she was doing was walking by herself. Nissan was only pretending to be Hisu. Even still, she looked so happy. So Nissan just does not realize, but I understood that Nissan always wanted to be like that. I just could not destroy that. Biting her lip, Hisu holds back her tears in silence. Shuki-sama, please let Nissan stay the way she is. If you do not, she will lose her place. I can only nod to her words, but that definitely is not the correct choice. Kohaku-san has to pretend to be Hisu from the past, and Hisu has to pretend to be Kohaku-san from the past to protect that. Hisu has been watching Kohaku-san, who only knows how to live a lie, but still she will stay with will live with her. That has to be so difficult. Shiki-sama, please promise that you will not say anything to Nissan. Fine, but Hisu, are you okay with this? I'll have to give her her ribbon though, because it's the only thing that keeps me going. Hisu doesn't answer. Full of conflicting emotions, I get up from the chair. All I can do is leave the downcast Hisu behind in the kitchen. Going back to my room, I notice that the door is open. Does someone go outside? Hisu must still be in the kitchen. That means that it's either Kohaku-san or Akia. To be honest, I want to go to sleep. My body and heart are tired. I feel like I could collapse if I don't sleep, but just tonight, I feel like if I don't sleep, I'll break. I should. The front door? Ah! God. I'm gonna get killed if I go outside. So I'll go to my room. I think the other Shuki's outside, and he's just watching Akia's blood get sucked and stuff. I should go back to my room. Hisu's words echo inside my head. The leaden body weakens more, weighing down by those chains. Am I collapsing? Did I save? I did, right? Yeah, okay. I saved over here. I try to go back to the stairs and my body stops. My legs can't go up any my legs can't go far up enough. It looks like I can only walk. What is this? Oh well, I should go back to the kitchen to ask Hisu to lend me a shoulder. Huh? I start to go back and collapse on the carpet. Hey, I can't even shout. I exhaust myself crawling on my arms. I guess if I fell on the stairs I would die maybe? Clomp clomp. I hear footsteps. Hisu comes from over in the kitchen. I'm saved. Now Hisu can come help me. Clomp clomp clomp. No way. Crawling away from the stairs backfired. I have hidden myself in the shadows and Hisu goes up the stairs without even noticing me. That was incredibly stupid of me. As soon as I voice my thoughts, something catches my attention. The feeling of something close to me. I look behind me as I'm lying on the ground. Over there, a ghost-like figure. Then I realize my situation. I can't move. I can't even call out. A dark mansion. That someone looks at me as if staring at its prey. Under all those conditions, it's no surprise if I die here. The situation seems like such a bad horror movie that I almost start to laugh instead of being scared. That someone takes a step towards me. Is it fear of being killed? My dizziness starts to increase. The presence stops. It looks down at me and my defenseless back. Shiki-san, if you sleep here, you'll catch a cold, you know, and those cheerful words. Kohaku-san? Yes, it is me. What is it? I let my tension go. Shiki-san, really, just what exactly are you doing lying there? My voice isn't really cheerful. With that, I relax and completely overrun by dizziness, my consciousness shuts down. Evil at every corner, part 2. Alright. Strong rays of sunlight cause me to open my eyes. I'm in my room. I am now wearing my pajamas and lying in bed. That's right, last night. I collapsed in the lobby last night. You did not realize I was there and Kohaku-san heard something and came. Yeah, so if that happened on the stairs, I guess I would have like broke crack out of my head and died. That means that Aki was the one that left. Like I thought Shiki would kill me, but whatever. Probably. Aki always had a strong sense of responsibility, so she must have gone looking for Shiki on the streets. Aki, yeah. I told her to leave him to me. Excuse me. But I knocked the door opens. Kohakuuuuuuuuuuuuuuu enters carrying a towel and a bucket. Good morning, Chuki-san. How are you feeling? How are you feeling? Kohakuuuuuuuuuuuu draws near me with her usual smile, with her normal smile. I think back to last night's conversation with Hisu. Tucking that away into the back of my mind, I try to make my usual smile. Morning, Kohaku-san. Did you have me up here after last night? Huh? Do you not remember, Shiki-san? I found you collapsed in the lobby and you stood up once I called you. You said you had a nice nap and started to walk. I didn't lend you my shoulder, but you walked here by yourself. Oh? I don't even remember it. I must have been so tired I forgot what I did. So you don't remember anything about last night? Maybe. I remember being in the kitchen and hearing about Hisu and Kawaki's connection. That is unfortunate. Shuki-san, you kept apologizing to me. I inquired why you have kept apologizing and you kept saying that you were an idiot and a blockhead. Shuki-san, are you a blockhead? No, I don't think so. Well, I am really starting to get the idea that they may think my brain is made of wood. Anyway, thanks a lot. If I slept on the stairs, I would have caught a cold at school. Huh? My eyes playing tricks on me? The clock tells me it's already past 10 in the morning. Kawaku-san's school! Yes, today's your school's founding holiday, so you don't have school. That's right. Come to think of it, it was. I completely forgot about it since I'd been spacing out of school lately. Well, I should get up anyway. If I sleep any longer, Akio will. I sit up on my bed. Huh? I can't really. My body won't move. I try to get up with my arms, but they have no strength. It seems your condition is still bad. You have a slight fever and you look a little pale. It may be boring, but please rest in bed today, Shiki-san. Kawaku-san wipes my forehead with a cold, wet towel. It feels good and cold. It seems that your fever is down. You're not sweating as much and your face looks much better. You should be well by the evening. Kawaku-san crisply brings out a thermometer and an iced pillow. In the end, she makes me open my mouth and checks the condition of my tongue. Well, I'll bring you some rice porridge right away. Shiki-san, you better behave today. Am I usually pretty rowdy? Kawaku-san? Yes? What is it, Shiki-san? As expected, she is like always. Her usual triple smile doesn't change. I can't bring myself to think that her smile is just an act. Nothing. I'm looking forward to the rice porridge. Yes, well then, please excuse me. Bye, Kawaku. Kawaku-san disappears down the hallway, her footsteps are padding after her. I just stare at that figure silently. Noon soon arrives. After bringing the food, Kawaku-san went back to her duties. Being alone, I let her aside as I think of my strange circumstances. Myself being adopted, Aki saying that she doesn't care about it, Kawaku-san, Hisu and Kawaku-san, and the killer that's still on the loose. I asked Kawaku-san but it doesn't seem like there was a new victim in the news today. But as long as Shiki is still on the loose, there will be more victims. If only this body did what I told it to, I could stop Shiki. I lay my head back on the pillow as I started to say that. Maybe it's because I've been seeing those dreams, but I'm beginning to have violent thoughts like Shiki. Whatever I do, I should have healed up first. I close my eyes. Was I tired all along? Melody just drains from me and I feel the sleeplessness overcome me. I can hear my pulse in my ears. Thump, 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 thump. It echoes inside my body and noisily and jerks me away from dozing off. I hate when that happens. Hot. I'm thirsty again. My throat is dry. My mind is foggy. I open my eyes. My body still feels sluggish, and my fever has slightly increased. But still, I should be able to at least go to the dining room and get me some water. You're really thirsty, aren't you? You went for water last night too. Well, I guess you need water a lot, but the hallway is empty. And a long time ago, so long ago I don't remember or something. I don't need to remember. This place is quiet, like ruins you might see in a movie. Here I'm outside. Hot. The sunlight is hot. I just want some water, so why? Something compels my legs to move. It seems like the detached building is bathed in sunlight, completely like I'm in a hot desert. My vision dims white. Thud. I hear a sound. It's from the detached house. Someone. Is there someone in there? I open the sliding door very slightly. I peer into from the porch. As I see the figure of Aki and Kawaku. They look a little strange. Yeah, so I'm becoming shaky. I hear the swishing of an obi being removed. Okay. Pain, it hurts so much I might be mistaken. If you kill just the blood of one person, yes, for Shiki, it may have been mine. That is why he never came here. If you did that, the fun game would have been over. Yes, over completely. If you drink, what would you be the best blood? There'd be nothing left afterwards. I would kill the one I love the most and drink up even their life after that. The only thing left would be emptiness. Aki tightens her finger and this is why I will never go after the things I want the most. If there's a time for me to do that, then that is. After finding out about that, it will become mine. And it will become mine. Aki and Kawaku claps together. Her red hair fills the room in like a waterfall. Eh? Okay. Fighting about the nausea, I escape with bloodshot eyes. The dizziness threatens to overcome me. What was she saying? The one about killing the other Tono Shiki? Yes, she was saying something. Shiki, sucking blood. Just like Shiki and joking with Kawaku-san as she sucked her blood. Her red hair, Kawaku-san, disgracefully assaulted by Makihisa-sama. My head is pounding. My head is still wild. Akia. I saw Akia drinking Kawaku-san's blood and I thought it was beautiful. Cheek. Crimson hair. A vermilion spider web. A freaky scarlet like the wings of a poisonous moth. The very color of evil. Expressively beautiful. Expressively poisonous. Therefore I am ruled by this strange feeling. Underneath like the brilliant sun I walk towards the woods. Cheek. Shut up. The incessant racket does not stop. Cheek. The unnatural sound. I can hear them coming from behind me. Cheek. What is that? Cheek. Insects. Some black insects are crawling around my neck, my back. Because Kawaku called me a blockhead, these insects think my spine is a tree and they crawl around it, looking for honey. Everything's red. The insects gather around my spine, crawl into my brain through my neck. Countless insects crawl on my back, crying out. As the insects enter, a single impulse almost seizes me: kill. The command to kill Tony Akia fills my brain. There can be no mistake. The name of those insects is the urge to kill. Shut up. I slapped the back of my neck with my hand. I feel like I'd go crazy if I didn't. I don't hate Akia for sucking blood. I only hate myself. I hate being filled with the command to kill her. At least I'm fighting him back. Shaking off the insects from the back of my neck, I escape to my room. Leaning my back against the wall, I catch my breath. I can't control myself. Just what's the difference between Shiki and the way I am now? No, that isn't really important. Why couldn't I understand? Why couldn't I understand her? Kawaku-san, the word in Makisa-sama's journal, the world synchronizer. Kawaku and Hisu weren't adopted. They were just brought here as tools. The meaning. I didn't know the meaning of what it meant by Makisa-sama's servant. I didn't even try to understand it. Every day with that, and Akia said that I don't have to think too hard about what Monkey-sama did. If Monkey-sama was subject to the same violent urges as me, I understand all too clearly what he must have done, always. That girl was always by the window, not knowing how to leave, or even how to beg for help. Monkey-sama had no sympathy for Kawaku-san still being a little girl. It was written in the journal. Monkey-sama only saw Kawaku as a tool, just like a child, placing all his emotions onto her. The girl would permanently just stare at us while we were playing in the garden. I couldn't condemn Magisa-sama. I also tortured her more than Magisa-sama. Hisu said it. Then that Kawaku always wanted to become Hisu. I can't even imagine it. The girl being locked in the mansion ever since childhood, looking down at us playing behind that clear wall of a window every day. Despite this, she gave me something important to her as I left. After that, for the sake of her younger sister, she became smiling in her own play. A terrible farce. Only inside the play, even she knows is a lie. All she can do is laugh? What? What a terrible thing I've done. Thinking that Kawaku-san was Hisu, I've spoken to her about my memories of the past. The day of the welcome party, while cooking with Kawaku-san, I spoke so happily about memories with Hisu. She said she didn't feel the pain when she cut her fingers. Foolish. My chest constricts. I can't breathe. Myself that wants to kill Akia. Myself that couldn't even understood what was going on. Understand. So sorry, Kawaku-san. My consciousness wavers. My body enters a stupor. It's the first time I wanted to kill myself or use my own ability. Eh? Oh, okay. Aki-sama, won't you call a doctor? This is pointless. He isn't sick. He won't get better unless we take away what's causing it. Aki and Hisu are talking. This is Shuki's room. It looks like I'm sleeping on the bed. I try to get out of bed, but I can't move at all. My body's heavy like lead. All I can move freely around my mouth and my eyes. For instance, I think I am still dreaming. You failed, Hisu. I told you to pay attention to Nissan today, right? I can't even trust you to take care of Nissan like this. I'm very sorry. If you want to apologize, apologize to Nissan. Apologize to me will just make me angry. I don't understand why they're like that, but I can understand that Hisu is being scolded because of me. Akia-sama, I cannot help Shuki-sama if he collapses. Please give Nissan my duty. That won't do. I can't let Kawaku-san near Nissan. You shouldn't either. Be with Kawaku-san every time she's here, and never let her alone with Nissan. Why? But Akia-sama, Shiki-sama's condition is getting worse. If he does not receive medicine from Nissan, he will not be able to stand. That is true, but that's better for me. Akia mutters this as she ponders. Hisu, tell Nissan to skip school for a few days when he wakes. He has not been well the past few days, so do not let him out of the room until he gets better. I will contact his school. I can no longer see Akia's figure. You don't want me to get better? Subdued Hisu is the only thing in the room. Shiki-sama, are you awake? Well, is it because you're gonna fight the other Shiki, so you want to weaken us both? I'm surprised. Akia didn't even realize it, but Hisu must have known I was awake. Yes, I woke up just a little while ago. Sorry. Because of me, Akia was mad at you. No, it was only natural for her to be angry. I did not realize that you had collapsed, Shiki-sama. Jeez, I'm used to it. And what's with Akia wanting me to skip school? I'm fine, so I don't really need to intensive care or anything. Shiki-sama, about that, can you not do as she tells you to do? You mean not going to school tomorrow? Hisu nods. She looks as if she is not worried about being scolded by Akia, rather that she is really concerned over me. Oh, I can't say no to those eyes, I understand. Unless from school tomorrow, is that acceptable? He gives a weak, apologetic smile. Well then, please excuse me. If anything happens, please call for me. He soon disappears with a bow. The instant I become alone, sleeplessness assails me. In all seriousness, there does seem to be something wrong with my body. I'm trying to stay awake, but it's no use. Staring at the ceiling patterns on the ceiling, I easily fall asleep. Origami. Okay. Why is there much sadness? I don't understand the reason. Whatever happens to anyone, it is their fate. It's not something that I can receive as a stranger. Neither pain nor happiness, nor feelings nor flesh. It's not that I'm sad. So why is this restlessness regret? Even though I never knew about that girl, even though I only looked at her now, For me, there isn't a connection between the two, so why? After thinking of the past I did not see until now, why does my chest feel like it is tearing apart? Hey, I wonder what is the most miserable? The moonlight night? The killer I happened to meet that one night asked me that question. That was just one of the many rambling and meaningless scenes. And how did I respond? Sadness is easy to see and happiness is hard to understand. To find miserable situations, you have to look way down. If being miserable is living a life so painful and full of suffering that makes you wish you were dead, then it would mean that it was better if you were never born. As for me, I thought the saddest thing was to never be born. After I said that, the killer laughed. After laughing so hard, he said something along the lines that I was a very nice guy. What is misery? Not even realizing your misery and mistaking it for happiness, I think. I remember nodding to that. That really can't be helped. Not being able to think that you're miserable. The only thing that is granted to them will be that sympathy is meaningless. Believing the illusion that she's happy, she will have a laughable life. As a stranger that can't feel her pain, I agree that kind of misery was the worst. I slowly wake up from the no for no apparent reason. The combination of the cool breeze and the sunlight steaming from the window feels great. The weather is simply exquisite. It's not the kind of weather to spend all day in bed. I lift my upper body. Still no good. My arms are still sluggish. It's not like I can't stand up, but I probably won't be able to walk. I hear the gentle rhythm of knocking. Hello. Please excuse me, Shiki-sama. How are you feeling? I feel fine. I bet I'll be able to move by evening. I kind of remember saying that last night, but it should be fine this time. Shiki-sama, may I ask you a question? Huh? What is it? Shiki-sama, while you were living with the Arima family, did you ever collapse like this before? Yusu's voice is weak. She seems worried about my declining condition. Is due to me coming back here. You don't need to feel responsible, Hisu. This happens to me while I live with the Arimas. Well, maybe once a year during middle school. But that stopped once I entered high school. But I was already thinking that if it was going to come, it should be pretty soon. And did you recover quickly at those times? In a day or two, so it's not a big deal. You act like I have some sort of serious illness or something. Shiki-sama, I think it is a serious illness. I have heard that you have anima, but nothing like this. Have you never thought that your body was strange? My doctor always says my body is just totally weird. Come to think of it, collapsing like this and recovering so quickly, I could say my strength is much more amazing than most people's. I think I tried to laugh it off and made him angry. Shiki-sama, people whose strength is much more amazing do not have many fevers during the night. Do you remember how many times you had a fever last night? I did. I did? Did something happen? It was last night. As soon as you fell asleep, you had a fever. You began to sweat profusely, and I had to come check on you every hour. If I do say so myself, that's amazing. It's amazing, but I am a bit embarrassed to have been such a burden to her. Huh? Come to think of it, there are different pajamas that I wore last night. Isu, did Kawaku-san change my clothes? No, Aki-sama did it herself. Last night, Aki-sama and I took turns caring for you. After you calmed down from this morning, Akia returned to her room. Akia did? As I blurt this out, I flash back to what I saw yesterday. Akia who was sucking Kawaku-san's blood. Akia who was yelling at Hisu. Shiki-sama, I vaguely hear Hisu's voice. Maybe I should tension on my face. It's nothing. I see Akia took care of me, huh? Yes. She would come every hour and take care of you. Since I was unable to contact your contact you physically, it was very unfortunate that Akia came. How stupid of me. Akia was so worried about me, but what did I think about her? Thanks, Hisu. Huh? Oh, this is the wrong thing. Please tell Akia thanks too. Yes. Well then, Shiki-sama, I'll bring you breakfast, so please wait a moment. Hisu leaves the room and I lift myself up. Leaning my back against the wall, I take a deep breath. My body has gone a little better, and then the weather outside is excellent. To add to that, I'm truly happy that Hisu and Akia took care of me last night. Still, I feel a little down. I haven't seen Kohakuuuuuuuuuuuuuu since yesterday. I know that if I see her face, I won't be able to talk to her normally, but still, I just want to see her face. It passes noon and the sun starts its dip from the top of the sky. My condition does not improve, but it doesn't get worse either. Not knowing what to do, I just stare out the window. Even though I try not to think about it, one person pops into my mind. I know the killer Shiki has to be dealt with, but what I'm thinking of Kohakuuuuuuuuuuuu is Kohakuuuuuuuuuuuuuu. I saw a knock at the door. Nissan, it is me. Can I come in? Aki's voice. I don't really have any reason to avoid her. Obviously, I'm concerned about yesterday, but it didn't seem like she hated Kohakuuuuuuuuuuuu, and it might be something she has to do. Those are the tone of bloody synchronizers. Aki isn't hurting her like my old man did, so I should keep quiet about it for now. You don't need to ask me. Come in. Well, please excuse me, Nissan. Aki enters my room. Aki, what about school? It's not even 1 o'clock right now. I took off today. If you are suffering, I should not sleep, right? That's so. With a smile, Aki comes over to my bed. I will take your temperature, so please put this in your mouth. After that, we need to change your sheets, so can you get up for just a moment? She sticks them over to my mouth. It looks like she came in place of Hisu. After checking my temperature, she smartly changes my sheets and gets out a new fresh set of pajamas. Kind of think of it, Kohakuuuuuuuuuuuuu was effective too, but she didn't have Aki's air of swiftness. Even though Kohakuuuuuuuuuuu is relatively normal, she probably has things ordered, so there's nothing that necessarily done. All finished. Nissan, please lay down. Still standing, I steal a gaze at the window. Kohakuuuuuuuuuuu is gathering the fallen leaves with her broom in the garden. I could probably say hi from here, so Nissan, I've finished putting the sheets on your bed. Sorry, I spaced out a little. I sluggishly lie down on my bed. Sitting down on my chair, she starts to peel an apple rather clumsily. With an intense look on her face, she intensely works the knife, but sometimes she uses too much strength and the knife almost flies towards my bed. Is she practicing to be a good housewife? I wish she would do such dangerous things in the kitchen. Actually, you don't have to force yourself. Indirectly, I tell her not to do things she's not good at. Akia, a little dissatisfied, puts down the apple and the knife on the floor. On the floor? Seeing her with the plate and fork, it's obvious that she was going to do something she's not good at. Despite the results, I'm happy for Akia's care, but it's funny, so I start to laugh. Hey, what is so funny, Nissan? I did not do anything to make you laugh. I was just thinking that this is just like back then. When I was 6 as a child, you used to clumsily take care of me back then too. Yeah, I remember. When I was living as an adopted child. When I was playing with Akia, I caught a fever and collapsed. I was resting in the detached house after that, but Akia escaped the mansion to take care of me. It sure brings back memories. At first she just held my hand, but she started to try and take care of me. At the end, you even took some empty syringes and were going to inject me, right? I regret it now, but it's the truth I cannot take back. No kidding. If Gianna-san hadn't realized it and stopped you, I probably would have died. Incidentally, Gianna-san was the assistant of the family doctor. After that time, he became my personal physician. Gianna-sensei, could think of it, even though you didn't like doctors, you always ended up losing to him. Of course, that person is a mad doctor. If you disobey him, he'll pay you back twice as much. Do you realize how scary that is? Who knows, Akia says as she smiles. She knows it doesn't concern her and she isn't being cute at all. Speaking of doctors, where did Kohakuuuuuuuuuuuu get her physician license? She seems to be very close to our age, but doesn't that sort of thing have an age limit? That is true, but it's father's doing. We don't know the exact date of Kohakuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuu As expected of a rich man, his methods are a bit illegal, but I think that Hisu is about your age. Kohakuuuuuuuuuuuuuu and Hisu are twins, so that would actually make you around your age, right? No way! Kohakuuuuuuuuuuuu and I are the same age? Well, it's not like I really gave it much thought, but I always felt she was older. Well, she certainly doesn't act older, but I never thought of her as the same age. But if that's true then, well, when Kohakuuuuuuuuuuu was 8 or 9. Tono Makihisa did. Crack. I imagine a crack in my body. Nissan, what is wrong? Are you feeling alright? Nah, it's alright. No need to worry. After all, this is just a brief pain. There's no need to worry. Sweating like that, you seem like you will collapse at any moment now, but compared to Kawaku-san, compared to that, this pain is nothing. I really want to see Kawaku-san after all. I don't know what I will say after I meet her, but I have to see her and do something. I still haven't fulfilled my promise from 8 years ago. This isn't the time for me to be lazing around here. And just like that, suddenly my dizziness comes to a complete stop. How is that? Have you calmed down? Akira is placing her palm on my forehead, her cool fingers. Hmm? You're not a, synchronizer? It seems the cool sensation has, doused away my dizziness like soothing water. Nissan, how are you feeling? Unless you're taking my bad feels? Cause you're a plunderer. My bad feels. My, I don't know what's happening to me, so yeah. Didn't I already tell her? Her eyes are dead serious. Her gaze seems to be asking something different. Fine, I will just have to investigate myself. After saying that, she lowers her hand on my forehead. Her palm smoothly guides to the top of my shirt. It doesn't seem like there's anything wrong in particular, but your fluctuating temperature might be due to me simply not being used to it. Moment to herself, she draws back her hand. Nissan, you have a normally healthy body, but you have anima like this very often. Do you ever think that is strange? Yeah, well, the doctor told me that many times, but what about it? Of course. Doctors cannot know the reason for your anima. Hey Nissan, do you want to know the reason for it? Eh? My heart skips a beat. What I haven't known for all those years. This unstable body of mine. Akira knows? It doesn't seem like you're joking. Right. If you want to know, then I'll tell you. It is due to the sins of my family, so you have the right to know. For some reason her words seem very dangerous, but I can't shake my head in denial after all this. I want to know. Please tell me, Akira. I understand, then I will tell you. Okay. I say that, but you already know most of it. After that accident 8 years ago, you became this way, right? So that has to be the root of all this. 8 years ago, you mean I was almost killed by Shiki? Exactly. At that time, Shiki stole the majority of your life. After your father carried a sentence on Shiki, but he was kept alive in the basement, right? So Shiki is using your life in place of the life he lost to stay alive. That's why, Nissan. That's why you cannot move around freely with your own life. And as a result, you're always teetering on the brink of death. So as long as she's alive, you will always be like this. You can never go back to the way you were before. What, on the edge of death? That's ridiculous, it's just... It can't be just anima. Not being able to move freely and losing consciousness like this frequently can't be called anima. Anima. So it's just like she says. That's not much different between this and drifting into death. Why? But I made it this far. If I lived this far for 8 years, then I can surely know. Until now, Shiki was locked away, so you were able to live barely. But now Shiki's going out and is using your life to do as he pleases. The burden for whatever he does is on you, so you will not be able to live like before. My pulse surges. Her words hold nothing back. Since they are the truth, they pierce my heart like a sword even more. Nissan, if you want to hate someone, hate Shiki, or the one who set him free. Because even if he's alive, if Shiki was quiet, this would have never happened to you. She bites her lips as she says this. Is she angry at Shiki for stealing my life? She bites so hard that blood flows from her lips. Akira. But she isn't looking at me. She is staring into emptiness as if staring at an enemy. But rest assured, I will do anything to protect you, Nissan. So you can always smile. I will kill Shiki, you want to say? I remember my old man's journal. The responsibilities of the head of the Tono household is to exterminate all those who stray from human existence. That one night, Akira was hugging me desperately, fighting back her tears. That time I know she said those words. She said she didn't want to kill her brother with her own hands. She was crying, not being able to tell me that. It's fine. You don't have to feel any responsibility. No, I am the head of the Tono family, so all the crimes any member of the
House is committed, I will definitely... Hey, you don't have to make such a painted face. It's okay, this has happened before. Whatever Shiki does, I'll recover in a matter of days. So you don't have to worry. Nissan, you're just repeating yourself. I cannot bear you to be like this. Not even knowing if you may die any moment. Any minute. So I told you not to worry. Shiki is my responsibility. You don't have to do anything. Nissan. Yeah. Aki doesn't have to kill her brother. This is just between me and him. If the Tonal house, if the Tonal blood is cursed and I have been forced into this ridiculous dance for 8 years, then I with my own hands will end all of this that started 8 years ago. Rather than Kohakuuuuuuuuuuuuuu, neither Kohakuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuu shouldn't suffer any longer from that blood. Nissan? Has she relaxed? She finally eases her shoulders. Thank goodness. You are definitely my Nissan. Just like 8 years ago, you only protect me. Her brimming eyes look directly at me. How do you say this? The atmosphere has become incredibly intimate, and, as if to spoil the scream mood, Akia's stomach lets out a growl. Come to think of it, Akia stayed up all night watching over me. She must have been so worried about me that she didn't eat. I think I'm getting hungry. I tried to follow her up. Jeez, I was so relaxed and let down my guard. Aki gives an embarrassed excuse. Well, maybe it helps me out. I don't know what would have flowed from that mood. Akia, I'm fine with right now, so please rest. You took care of me all night, right? Yes. It was really nothing at all. I could, not help you, and I only did the best that I could. That's enough. I heard it's all from Hisu. I really am happy to have such a great little sister. Yes. Then I suppose I will rest on this bit. I will come here again after dinner, so please rest and relax. Getting up from the chair, Akia leaves the room. Okay. Kohakuuuuuuuuuuuuu. A light knock, and the door opens. Kohakuuuuuuuuuuuuuuu. Thanks for waiting, Shiki-san, this time for dinner. Kohakuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuu ahead. I thought Akira said she wouldn't let you come near me. Still, stilted with surprise, I blurted out what I was thinking. Yes, I was ordered to do the same thing, but Akira-sama and Hisu do not know, how to do an IV. Shiki-san, after dinner you'll have to get a shot, you know. With her usual smile, she wheels in a cart and shuts the door. On top of the cart there is food. On the lower shelf there is a syringe and everything needed for an IV. Kohakuuuuuuuuuuuuuu, first dinner, right? Here you go, she says as she presents the meat on a platter. Kohakuuuuuuuuuuuu's smile is full of, contentment. How can I destroy it? Please act like before. I remember Hisu's words. Even I want to keep smiling like this. I want to see her smiling happily, just like this. I can't destroy that. Well, I'll dig in, yes. Please chew everything well. Rubbing my eyes, I pick up my chopsticks. Kohakuuuuuuuuuuu stands nearby with that smile. It's so sad, I just can't look at her. Click, clank. The sounds of my utensils echo through the room. Seeing her so close to me and smiling makes me want to kill myself. Why am I so sad? Kohakuuuuuuuuuu is right here. The one I wanted to meet since yesterday is here, so there can't be any reason to be sad. Sadness is easy to see. Happiness is difficult to understand. For example, a girl who was locked away in the mansion since she was very young. The girl giving Tonoshiki her ribbons despite all that. The shepherd in me that spoke so happily about the past in this mansion. Such things cause me pain. Click, clank. Sound of my utensils. Bringing my hands together, I think of the meal. As if she was so happy that I had seconds, she cheerfully takes the dishes. If that was true happiness, maybe I would be happy as well. That's pretty simple, isn't it? That's pretty simple, isn't it? I suddenly found the reason for my sadness. There must be something wrong with me to not have seen it earlier. I just like this person. I love her to the point where I can't even imagine seeing her in pain. It seems I finally realized a simple fact. Well then, a shot before your IV. Chiki-san, can you roll up your sleeve for me? I roll it up to my elbow. This won't be too painful, so just relax. My Kisa-sama would sometimes fall ill too, so I've had a lot of practice, you know. She rolls my arm with a swab of cotton drenched in alcohol. I don't know what to do. Kohakuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuu this perfect act, is there any reason for it? I come to think of it, you were always injuring yourself as a little kid. You ignore Magisa-sama's scolding and run around the garden. She speaks nostalgically. Tss. I just can't look at her small smile directly. When instant her smile changes from its usual form. It isn't her usual, a cheerful smile. It's a smile that comes from describing a distant, longed-for memory. But to protect that Kohakuuuuuuuuuuuuuu at the present, I have to play along with the charades. That's right. But Kohakuuuuuuuuuuuu, you also seem to be having a lot of fun. Yes, running around with you, Shiki-san? It was really fun, playing in the garden until sunset. But after it was all over, you would always get yelled at for being covered in mud. That's another act too. That smile was just fake. Not being able to stand it anymore, I swung my arms around this girl, speaking of her dream. I can't even hold onto her tightly. Shiki-san? My crushing voice reaches me. I just wordlessly hold her close to me and stroke her head. I can't even let her see my face. I probably have a horrible expression. I can't meet her gaze, her sharp perception. If I did that, she would know that I know everything. But still, I try to hold her and bite my lip. Shiki-san? Does it hurt that much, Shiki-san? No, it isn't that. All I can do is, grip with my fingers. I can't hold her tightly, but I want to embrace her as much as I can. That's not good, Shiki-san. You're a boy, so you have to endure some pain. Her arms brush against my hair. She quietly rubs my head. That breaks my limit. It's okay. Shiki-san, did you say something? Kohakuuuuuuuuuuuu asks. No matter how much my mind screams at me to stop, the words just come out. It's okay. You don't have to smile any longer. Eh? It's okay. You don't have to force yourself to smile. My voiced feelings spurt forth from my clenched lips. Her hands stop moving. Kohakuuuuuuuuuuu freezes. She doesn't even breathe. Chank. I hear a noise. Kohakuuuuuuuuuu pulls away. Oh no, it looks like the IV spilled. The usual smile. Unfortunately, the next one will not arrive until tomorrow, so we'll stop for today. Well then, Shiki-san, if anything happens, please call me. Kawaku, don't go. Kawaku pushes the cart as if nothing happened. She leaves without opening the door. Okay, was the car like blocking the doors open or something? What was I doing? Acting like that and breaking my promise to Hisu. It's so different than Magisa-sama. I couldn't even control my feelings. The open door flutters at me in ridicule. Wait, Kohaku-san left without opening the door? That's odd. I know Kohaku-san closed it when she came in. So why was the door open? That means someone was watching when I was hugging Kohaku-san. After dinner I will return, Nissan. That's what Akia said. Akia saw it. I ponder out loud. That wasn't a really big deal. So why do I have this whirlpool of unease in my chest like I did something I could never take back? Akia's going to kill me, Kohaku-san. Night falls. The clear daytime sky turns into a black dome. The swarm of clouds chorus across the sky and obscured the moonlight. I took a deep breath and get out of bed. See? I told them that I'd be better by evening. I'm pretty much better. There isn't anything to stop me from running around. I take my knife from the drawer. Alright, I place it in my pocket and psych myself up. The problem really have piled up, but I won't mistake what I can do and what must be done. The killer wandering the streets. Tonight I will have to end Shiki's wanderings once and for all. As her big brother, it's the least I can do. I can't let Aki to be forced into fighting her real brother. I have to stop Shiki while I can still move my body. I don't see Shiki anywhere under the clouded night streets. Damn, I guess I was thinking too optimistically. I thought I would meet Shiki if I just walked the streets at night. Even though I have never seen him, I thought I'd be able to meet him like two magnets coming together. It's probably better if I just waited instead of randomly walking about. The alley would probably be a good idea. I witnessed so many murders there in my dreams. That's probably the best bet if I want to find Shiki. Well then, I hid in the darkness and take a deep breath. Ready for an attack at any moment, I grip my knife. My heart is beating furiously. This must be impotent, but my mind isn't out of control. Soon I'll be battling Shiki. This will be extremely close to a fight to the death. I don't intend to kill, but the possibility of ending that weighs high. Even still, my mind is calm. Has watching those dreams truly desensitized me towards killing? The only thing that is normal is my heart. Is the only thing that feels the tension of the upcoming killing and beats a warming bell inside of me. Maybe it is the only true normalcy of Nana Yoshiki. I let out a deep breath. My insides are still overheating. Strange. My feelings are completely calm, so why is my blood racing to meet this vampire? Why is it here? It's up here. I don't know. Once before, I think I was searching for someone like this. I sensed someone and instantly hide myself. What, Yumizuka Satsuki? The sound of footsteps. My pulse reaches new heights. The one who is coming is the enemy. I know I came here to defeat them. The footsteps come closer. Only a few more steps. One step, 2 step, 3 step, 4 step. I dash towards the enemy. The enemy suddenly whirls to face me. The enemy tries to jump back, but I am many times faster. I swing my knife at the enemy's throat without the slightest hesitation. Right before the impact, I manage to pull back. The knife breezes through Akia's hair. We both take a deep breath and point at each other at the same time. Nissan, what are you doing here? Akia, what are you doing here? Well, I guess it's pretty obvious we're both after the same thing. Akia looks at me with eyes almost brimming with complaint. I think she's still mad at me for hugging Kohakuuuuuuuuuuuuu, but I can't worry about that right now. Akia, just what are you doing here at this time of night? Is it not obvious? I'm looking for Shiki so I can fulfill my duty as, head of the Tona family. Akia answers me. Akia, I told you I'd take care of it, so there's no need for you to put yourself in danger like this. Didn't you agree to that? That may be true, but I changed my mind. Nissan, you seemed a little busy, so I thought I would go in your place. With a Akia looks away. Akia, I won't ask what you're angry about, but isn't that a different matter? This is between me and Shiki. Akia, I won't let you get involved in such a dangerous fight. Give it up. You're very naive if you keep saying that to Nissan. Look, even now your body is getting weaker. So I will do whatever it takes to make you better. I will not listen to you if you tell me to stop. Akia looks intently at me. She's dead serious. What you say is right. I really am happy that you worry over me this much. If my tonal blood rejects vampires, maybe that's why the vampire didn't take over me when she bit me that one time? Vampiric blood and stuff. Because I'm 100% pure human. Because in the Akia route, and I think in this route too, right? Yumizuka Satsuki bit me, but I didn't stab myself. Right? Well, maybe it wasn't this route, I have no idea. What you say is why I'm very happy that you worry over me this much, but isn't it tough? Shiki is your, Nissan. You're the only one I can call Nissan. Certainly this is a difficult task, but someone has to do it, right? I was raised to fulfill my duty as head of the Tona family, so all of this is under my own resolution. More importantly, Nissan, as your current health, what are you doing? Aren't you the one in danger from Shiki? Akia adapts an incredibly commanding pose as she walks towards me with her finger pointed right at my throat. I unconsciously take a few steps back under this attack. See, you're already losing to me mentally. Look, you're just normal humans, so a monster like Shiki is too far above your level. I'll escort you this night, but from now on, you have to take care of yourself. Akia grabs my arm and walks off. Oh wait, Akia, wait up! Oh, quiet, if you make a ruckus this late at night, you'll just attract the police. Ugh, I lose once again. Oh well, my body still isn't fully well, so I should just go back like she says. Okay. Lisa, please go back to your room. I am, also done for the night. Akia turns away, still a bit, petudant. Her black hair swishes in the air. For no reason whatsoever, I see her and feel this incredible uneasiness. Akia. Yes? What is it, Nissan?
I can trust it, right? I say that without really even knowing what I want to trust in. Aki looks surprised for a moment. Yes, you have not done anything you need to worry about, so please rest. She says this with a completely unclouded smile. Aki walks away. My room is on the second floor in the west part of the mansion. Aki's room is in the east part. Does living under the same roof, but being so far away makes me that uneasy. Without this lingering uneasiness that I still can't define, I open the door to my room. Da 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 dum. Lock, locks off hair. I hear the voice of the reed wobblers. Reed wobblers, what? Okay. The distant moon. The sky is dark, the veils of trees shrouded the world completely. The ground is jagged like the teeth of a saw. There isn't anyone around. All I can hear is the reed wobblers. A black field. I instinctively feel homesick. As a small child, I always played in this forest. I always go out in the dead of night. As my parents and siblings feel uneasy about getting seen by people, we usually don't go out during the day too much. So this is just like any other day. I walk out of the garden alone into the forest and I encounter those people I don't know. The black field is an even darker shade today. It isn't a natural darkness. It's as if it was being radiated from a dull lamp. The fresh carpeting of blood looks like wild berries. It's awfully hot. As I take each breath, it feels like I'm bringing fire into my lungs. The heat is as intense as summer. Is that why? I keep hearing those reed wobblers in the chilled air. The wild berries are strewn all over the field. In the middle, a single bright red eye. A stranger is standing in this field. It only has one eye. The eye shines with red light. Looking like it's floating in the empty air, its very existence screams at abnormality. Since there's only one eye, its color doubles. Compared to that eye, the fresh blood seems like chrome yellow of a far-off mountain. A scarlet deeper than red. A name that has passed down in the Narnia oral tradition. Crimson red vermil. A name that points to an existence that has awakened to the non-human blood of its ancestors. It describes a human whose ego is subsumized by a transcendent self and loses all sanity. So, dude, it is said that the red evil eye is a sign of being possessed. Like a mirage, something shimmers behind it, laughing around aimlessly as if insane. It doesn't look like it's having any fun. With the reed wobbler's cry, it becomes hazy. Its body becomes hazy. It disappears as if being eaten by surrounding bush. A voice calls me from the distance. I'm scared to be alone, so I should go towards the forest. Within the veil of trees, I hear sounds like they are having a festival. Crash, crunch, smash, splat. Nana Yoshiki walks towards the back of the forest. After passing through the field, I think back to that redness I saw earlier. How pitiful. When did it become so tired and hazy like that? It seemed incredibly strong, but at the same time very fragile. After finding out that it doesn't have that much longer to live, I continue towards the heart of the forest. Okay. Oh, I'm in my room. I open my eyes to the morning sun steaming from my window. Hot. My pajamas are drenched with sweat. It seems that I had a weird dream. It was like that really old silent comedy film, I'm not sure. But that one where the actor with a black derby hat and a mustache keeps getting in all sorts of situations. It was a dream where I felt like I was watching a movie. Can't think of it, I never did dream when I stayed at the Armaments. Actually, I never did dream since I was a kid. My doctor said that I sleep so deeply that I can't dream. Then maybe the dreams I see since coming back to the mansion are actually my memories instead. Wait, isn't that what you call a dream? Well, I'll leave those little things up to scholars to debate. As a student, I should go to school. Alright, time to get up. I get up from bed. Eh?
Actually, my body does not move. Why can't I move? I clench my teeth and summon all my strength. The blood rushes to my head, causing dizziness, and I manage to lift my upper body. Hot. My body's on fire. Damn it, this is worse than yesterday. Yesterday my body was just heavy, but now just moving my arm is incredibly difficult. I see if I can lift my arm vertically. Yeah, I finally lift it up. Just doing this expands all my energy and takes me about a minute. What's going on? This is like a dead body, maybe like a body without any power. Either way I can't move, but still my mind is sharp and I don't feel any pain. Kohakuuuuuuuuuuuuuuu, I start to call her and then stop. Yesterday I said those things when I embraced her. I don't know what Kohakuuuuuuuuuuuu thought of that. I don't think she knows that I know about her and Hisu trading places, but it's still difficult for me to face her now. Hisu, Akia, hey. I try to say calm, but I stop. Speaking loudly brings another wave of dizziness crashing onto me. Shouting requires muscle use, and that probably puts a lot of strain on the blood in my brain. I breathe shallowly. All I can do is wait like that until Hisu comes to wake me. In the end, I take off from school today. When Hisu came to wake me, she immediately turned pale and called for Akia. As soon as she heard Akia came running in, I guess neither Akia nor Kohakuuuuuuuuuuu knew what to do because they called the doctor in to perform an examination. As usual, it came up with nothing. As expected, Akia ordered me to rest in the bed afterwards. The sun sinks below the horizon. Lying on my side, I gaze emptily out the window. Damn it. I knew I should have settled things with Shiki last night, especially now that I became like this. While I'm like this, no more victims will increase. No, even last night after I came back with Akia, Shiki may have already sucked another person's blood. Was it the wrong decision? Last night. Maybe I should have stayed in that alley waiting for Shiki no matter what Akia said. I have to go tonight. I can't cry over the fact that I can't move. I had to stop Shiki as soon as possible. I had to save up all my strength until tonight so I can do that. Hello, Kohaku. Yeah, it's Kohaku. Yay. Hello, Kohaku. Shiki-san, are you awake? Kohaku-san opens the door and walks in. Kohaku-san. Yes, it's been a whole day, hasn't it, Shiki-san? She closes the door with a smile. That's right. Yeah, that's right. I suddenly feel really awkward and look away. I can't speak to her directly now. Now, not only am I too worried too much about Shiki, but I also figured out an excuse for my stupidity last night. Shiki-san, why do you look so down? You really don't feel well? She looks into my face. No, that's not it, but... Blushing furiously, I somehow managed a calm response. This is bad. I said it would be difficult to meet her, but just seeing her face uplifts me. Since I could not see her for a whole day, just having her beside me makes me so happy. I forgot about Shiki. Kohaku-san, I thought the IV was already done. All the same, I need to keep my distance from her. I broke my promise to Hisu and held her. I don't know what she thinks about what happened yesterday, but as for me, I finally realize how I feel. I have no clue what I'll do if she's close to me. If there's nothing, please leave. If Akia sees you, you'll be in trouble. I do have something. I thought that I would ask you if you wanted anything special tonight to eat. Since I'm a little like this, I think something easy to digestible would be best. Don't worry about such delicate matters, Shiki-san. The doctor said you can eat as you please, so tonight I'll make you whatever you want to eat. I do have foods I like, but I think right now nutrition is more important than taste. I see then something really nutritious. I have to get as much power as I can to stop Shiki tonight. Huh? Stop yourself, Shiki-san. Kohaku-san confusedly tilts her head. Ah, crap. I let that slip without even thinking about it. Wait a minute. She has to know about Shiki. When Akia was drinking Kohaku-san's blood, they were discussing Shiki. Even Hisu knows where I was adopted. Then there's no way Kohaku does not know about Shiki. I see. You know about it. Do I know what? That I was adopted and that Akia has a killer brother called Shiki. Just small freezes. I see. Shiki-san, you found out about it. But that's just for an instant. Kohaku-san acts as Hisu and the past does not crumble, but Shiki-san is no longer in this world. You are the only elder son of the Tona family now. I think it's best to forget about it. She keeps smiling, the same smile she had when discussing the evening menu. I want to forget about it, but I can't. I can't forgive what the Tona blood did. My old man, he turned you into nothing more than a smiling doll, and I can't leave Shiki alone. As long as he is being a vampire, I can't even, ever be Akia's brother. I can't give that girl back her ribbon either. This is the only thing I can do. I don't know how to save this person or erase the sin of Tonomaki Hisa. All I can do right now is stop the killer the killer Shiki and exhaust that Tono blood. I want to do this with my own hands. I can't leave him alone, but more than that, I want to help you, Kohakuuuuuuuuuuuuuu. Idiot. I keep saying those stupid things. Thinking selfishly, thinking that I can save Kohakuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuu the Tono family, so I will end it. There's no need for you or Hishi to worry. Kohaku-san doesn't say anything. Her smile also ceases. Kohaku-san? Did I say something wrong? No. Do you really mean that? What does she mean? Tsuki-san, you know what that Akiya-sama leaves the mansion every night? Yeah. It's her responsibility as that head of the Tono family to look for Shiki. I told her to stop, but she doesn't listen. I don't believe it. You didn't hear from Akiya-sama? Wait, Kohaku-san hear what? Kohaku-san doesn't answer, but she isn't acting normal. Even someone thick-headed like me can tell. Thump. My pulse starts to increase. Akiya-sama is lying to you, Shiki-san. Shiki-sama was not exactly a blood-sucking demon. It's the body's warmth of others. Not the blood but the heat. Thump thump. My pulse goes crazy. The combination of those facts and her serious eyes makes me imagine something bad. Oh, so it's Akiya. Okay. So it's just Hisu just like not Hisu, just she could just like sexually assault people then and kill them. Please just wait. That is unconsciously something I want to avoid thinking about. Please wait, but he has vampire blood inside of him, right? But I guess the vampire hasn't taken over him, so he doesn't need to do it yet. Please wait, it's okay, you don't have to say anything. Shuki-san, the one known as Tonoshiki is no longer in this world. Certainly Shuki-sama was a blood-sucking demon and killed people on the streets, but that is all over. 5 days ago, by Akiya-sama's hands, Shuki-sama was exterminated. That dream, the dream of the killer being killed by Akiya, that wasn't what I saw. It was what Shiki was watching in his final moments. Oh. The Shiki that killed people and drank their blood is no longer alive, so that means that all the recent incidences there are all... Shiki is no longer alive, long gone. The only one that is left, leaving every night to walk the streets, is the blood-sucking demon named Tono Akiya. Shiki-san? Ignoring her voice, I fly out of the room. Running? My body is engulfed in pain, but that doesn't matter. I don't think about anything. I don't want to think about anything. Until I hear the truth from Akiya's mouth, nothing else. Running towards her room at the east end of the hall. Kia, you lied to me. You said you only called me Nissan, but you called him Nissan. Breathing wildly, I open her heavy double door without knocking. I look around the room. Akiya elegantly gets up from her chair as soon as she sees me. What is it, Nissan? Entering without knocking is pretty rude, you know. I catch my breath as I stare at her. No, I'm definitely glaring at her without realizing it. Akiya senses the emotion in my look. Nissan, did something happen? I take one more deep breath and calm my breathing. Suppressing the pulse in my chest, I glare as I speak. Akiya, what is the meaning of this? Her face tightens. With those words, she probably figured out what I was going to say. After staring at me wordlessly, she walked casually over to the window. Still. The deep sky, the red rays of the sun glaring through the sky and into the room. Like 3 days ago, she turns her back to the crimson sky. Hello. I'm not sure what you mean, Nissan. Could you be a bit more specific? Dizziness assails me. Is it just a trick of the eyes? I thought I saw something hazy around her. Danger fills the air. It must be the fault of that glowing sky behind her. Aki's hair looks like crimson and my body creaks. Nissan? If you don't say anything, I can't help. Or, will you go back to your room and pretend nothing happened? Akiya giggles. With that I understand she was really deceiving me all along. Akiya, why? You already know why I killed Shiki. I'm the head of the Tono family. It's my responsibility to exterminate those being controlled by the Tono blood. What I did was by conscience of the family, and even you wanted to kill him. The hairs of my body stand on end. What is this? Who is this person in front of me? Who is this that takes away my breath through sheer pressure? No, that's not what I meant. Oh? Well then there's no problem. Killing someone who isn't human isn't a sin, right? It's just that like killing a dog that attacks people, it's on the same level. I said that it's not about that. What I want to say is, why did you hide it from me? Ah, that. It's boring asking such an obvious question. Hey Nissan, asking something you know the answer to is not a question but a confirmation. If that's the case, I can only nod. The air around her shimmers. The curtains wave like a mirage. Her long hair illuminates red by the unsetting sun. Creak. My body screams at me to kill her. You killed Shiki 5 days ago. Yes, Akia nods. 5 days ago that night when she collapsed. Hugging me while she was crying, trying to hold something back. The recent vampire incidents aren't work of Shiki, they are all you're doing. Yes, Akia nods. The detached building in the forest where Akia was sucking Kawaku-san's blood. At that time, Shiki was already gone and Akia was still committing those acts. Kawaku-san even asked why Akia wasn't satisfied with just her blood. Why? Shiki was, but... You don't seem strange. Yes, I'm not like Shiki. It's obvious because I'm drinking Kawaku's blood so I don't become like him. Then, why aren't you satisfied with just her blood? You said it yourself, so why? Why are you doing the same things as Shiki? It's the influence of Shiki. This is my fault, my failure, Nissan. The power is not something that excludes anything or destroys it. It's the power to plunder. I stole Shiki's life from him, but at the same time, it seems I also took something not good. Something not good? Something that wasn't in her before, something that's not in her now? That's, how do I put this? Ever since I killed Shiki, I became unable to suppress my emotions any longer. I became unnaturally strong-willed, and my lust takes shape when I normally would have kept it inside. So I guess I just became honest with the desire I held back for so long. I needed Kawaku-san's blood to maintain my body, but I was already getting bored of that taste since I had been drinking it for a few years. Yes, you would not understand, but the first time I tasted the blood of a person other than Kawaku, it was simply amazing. It was so delicious I thought I'd go insane. She smiles from the bottom of her heart. The wavering mirage. The only time I sensed this danger was when I know that Shiki. When Shiki was killed in that dream. Akia, you. Don't look at me like that. I only stole their blood. Shiki took their life as well, so you should not look at me like that, Nissan. Only their blood? Akia was neither defiant nor remorseful. I guess that's why they weren't killed. She just smiles as if she looks at me and speaks as if it was a matter of course. I can hardly breathe. Akia was enjoying this. I came to comfort her, but it seems like it's just killing her boredom. What is this? This is like a killer truly enjoying its insanity. Stop messing around. So why Akia? There's something wrong with you. Somehow wandering off her gaze, I took a step closer. It must have worked because she swallows her words. You must know too. What you're doing isn't right. I take another step. After looking away previously, she bites her lips and glares at me. There's nothing wrong. I drink the blood of other people only for her sake. Only for your sake. Eh? My legs stop. After she strongly bites her lips, she relaxes. I already told you. You were killed by Shiki 8 years ago. You're not of the mixed but of the Tona family, but you are just a normal person. You do not have the power to live after Shiki stole your life from you. But I could not allow that. You were killed protecting me, so I was the one who that should have died. I was saved by your bloody body. You were already dead, but you still protected me. I do not remember everything that happened afterwards clearly, but I just remember thinking only that it would have been better if I died instead of you. That wish was granted. See, it's like what happened in a fairy tale, like giving your blood to dead birds and dogs so they can live again. My power is really the opposite, but I guess I put that curse on you. You miraculously recovered, and ever since that day I carried a load. Come to think of it, it was only natural. It is because I shared half my life with you, Nissan. Everything goes black. So I am alive because of Akia. How does a plunderer ability let you share? Like, did you plunder your own life? But that wasn't your intention. And can you give the results of your plunder to another? So I am alive because of Akia, and at the same time because of that, Akia has to live with that terminal illness. Akia, that time you had that fit, it was all my fault? Yes, as long as I keep you alive, I have to use the power of the tonal blood. If I do that, my human blood becomes thinned. If it becomes too weak, I will start I'll become something less than human, just like Shiki. To prevent that, I have to use the minimum of my power. But if I do that, I can only maintain your life, and I can't support my own body. As a result, those fits occur. Sense the danger, my body tells me to stop providing you with the energy, or just become one with the tonal blood. It's only thanks to Kohakuuuuuuuuuuuuuuu that I have been able to resist it this long. As a synchronized earth, you can strengthen one's will. I regularly drink her blood to strengthen the human part of the tonal blood. Before I realize it, my whole body staggers. Akia's sucking of blood. It's completely my fault. As long as I'm alive, Akia has to live as the tone. But I thought if I killed Shiki, it would be solved. If Shiki died, then he would no longer be able to steal your life. Ah, that's right. If Shiki is no longer in this world, then I could have my life to myself, so I wouldn't be anemic anymore. Hehe. But it really is funny. If anyone else than me had killed Shiki, then you would have had been back to normal. But didn't I tell you? I stole everything from Shiki. I do not have the power to synchronize like Kohakuuuuuuuuuuuuuuu. What I stole, I could not bring even back to everyone else. She strangely gives a heartfelt smile in pure self-deprecation. So you can't share it. So strange. Does that mean you have a full life now? But you're just sucking blood for the sake of it? But because our lives are connected, every single time you suck blood, it weakens me? Okay. She strangely gives a heartfelt smile in a pure self-deprecation. After killing Shiki, I felt her weight lifted from me. Those spasms I had every day did not occur, and I felt great. I do not need to say why, do I? Because in place of Shiki, I'm now stealing your life. But I just took it, and I can't give it back to you, Nissan. Unlike Shiki, I do not have the ability to fuse. Yes, you were fused with Shiki. Certainly Shiki took away life from you, but it returned to you when you slept. But that is no longer the case. That is why you have trouble moving now. That is why I have to continuously supply you with more energy than before. Shiki took away your... But I returned to you when he slept, okay? For that reason, I need to accumulate energy from people's blood. After saying this, Akia walks away from the glowing red window. Nissan, maybe I'm just a blood-sucking demon, but it is all for your sake. Would you still not allow it? Not as Tono Shiki, but will you kill me as Nanaya Shiki? Why did you... So we got drunk? And then you killed him? No, we got drunk. We had a party. You cried. We hugged. And then you killed him? What? Like, is it my character hugging your character gave you enough will to kill him? Will you still not allow it? Not as Tomoshiki, but will you kill me as Nanaya Shiki? I don't know what to say. Whatever you say is I'm Tonoshiki. I won't become what I don't remember as Nanaya, but my body is different. Just seeing Aki causes all my strength in my body to coil like a spring. It's like it's trying to do something to the non-human Akia now. This isn't about Tomono or Nanaya. I just don't want you as Akia to have to drink blood. I don't want you to be like Shiki. Nissan, I'm doing this for your sake. Don't you understand that? Even that time I told you how I felt and you didn't even say anything. I told you that I loved you, so why do you look at another woman? But love? But that's just like brother and sister. Even if we are not connected by blood, we're still siblings. Don't say such stupid things. It's not stupid. Because we are siblings, I can't love you. Her voice echoes through the room. That may be the first time she's yelled like that. Akia's shoulders rise and fall as she pants heavily and bites her lip regretfully. Akia. Nissan. I don't care if I become no longer human. If that means you can live, then I do not care what happens. So please look only at me. I was always waiting for you. Now that you come back, do not betray me. Her fingertips tremble as she says this. She closes her mouth and awaits my response. She wants me to only look at her. I didn't think Akia, with her pride, would ever say that casually to me. But that's wrong, Akia. Without a doubt, she is dear to me. Akia has saved me up until now, so I want to grant her wishes as much as I can. but I'm in love with Kawaku-san. But still, she is my sister. I can't love her in any other way, because the one because the one I think of the most isn't her. Akia, I can't return your feelings. My special person is someone else. Akia is calm, as if she knew from the start. She closes her eyes quietly and distances herself. After her footsteps, she walks to the window. The wind blows her long hair freely. Oh? But Nissan, you do not have a choice. Her eyes become glaciers. In that instance, my body collapses to the floor loudly. A geek. Breath, I can't breathe. This is worse than anything before. I really can't breathe. My arms, my legs won't move. How is it, Nissan? Returning to how it was 8 years ago. I can hear her laughter. Akia? I somehow managed to look up. Her eyes are filled with pleasure as she looks at my deteriorating fragile situation. I told you, your body's alive only because of me. Akia became evil. That Akia. Do you understand? I just have to think it and you will die. That is the life of Tonoshiki, Nissan. Her voice reaches my ears like a whisper. My heat cools down. I feel like I'm rapidly tumbling towards death. My sun starts to drain away and I'm scared that if I let my guard down I will completely disappear. What she is saying is the truth. Aksha conscious my very heart in her hands right now. You're pretty strong-willed. I took enough energy away to cause you to pass out already. Her fingers lower. Ah. Her fingers trace on my back. Ouch. Her fingers find the scar on my back. Beautiful. The cut I gave you is still there. That night. Those marks she gave me when she was holding me and crying. I'll ask you once more, Nissan. I'm the most important person to you, right? Her whispering voice next to my ear. My senses are just about to completely go. If I don't answer, I might die. Answer. I will not be gentle forever, you know. You've got to be kidding me. Using her powers like this on me, I won't cave in. Jeez. You really are strong-willed, Nissan. Her fingers pull away. I didn't get a choice, but if I did, I would have picked Kawaku and die. I understand. I will give you until tomorrow to think about it calmly. Aki walks away from me and picks up something that looks like a receiver. Kawaku, come to my room. There's something I need you to carry. Her voice sounds happy. I can't think well. All I can understand is that Kawaku will be here soon. No, Kawaku-san. The door opens and Kawaku-san arrives. Shiki-san? I think she realized I'm on the floor. She runs to me. Shiki-san. Hang in there, Shiki-san. My mind must be really messed up. Kawaku-san, she sounds so tense. I don't believe it. Aki-sama, what have you done? Nothing. I just showed Nissan how things stand. It seemed he would not understand me unless I told his body. But I can't just let him lie here all night. So, can you take him to his room? He will be in that state at least until tomorrow night. Akia turns away. It seems like she's going to her bedroom. That's terrifying, finding all swirls around behind her back like a mirage. Shiki-san, can you stand? I can. That's what I meant to say, but I can't even do that. I'm losing strength. Kawaku lends me her shoulder. I hardly feel like I'm alive, let alone able to walk. The cable that lets the human Tonoshiki move about seems to have been cut. Looking at my vision in pieces, it seems I've gone out into the hallway. Oh no. Night falls. Tonoshiki is lying in bed. My wheezing drowns out the ticking of the clock. My body feels like every joint is bursting like a firecracker. Consciousness comes in shards. I'm probably alternating between waking and fainting in between each second. It's because of that, I suppose. I don't know how long it's been. It feels like a week since I came back to my room. The clock points at the number 8, tells me that it's just an illusion. My breathing almost stops. When I had a terrible fever, it wasn't this bad. My body doesn't move, but my heart is racing. Am I gonna kill Akia? Akia probably did this on purpose. I can't even move. My arms and legs feel crucified to the bed with iron nails, but still, even if I want to, I should be able to move them a bit. Because I have to kill it to live. My wildly beating heart seems to be overpower Akia's curse. If my limbs are nailed down, and it feels like my heart will burst out of this nailed down body. Why is so exciting? Aki with her red hair. Just thinking of that makes those immobile limbs somehow convulse. Probably my body would move to do one thing. What's in my head right now? Aki horribly filled with pleasure earlier. That was certainly strange. Certainly she has had that character in her character, but that was just too much. It's like something that she didn't even notice she's controlling. It's controlling her. Did she absorb Shiki's madness? There has to be a reason for his insanity, and maybe Akio consumed it without knowing it. If that is the case, it's just the same as Tona Makihisa. Kill, 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 kill. Shut up. I try to suppress my raging heart. Geez, what am I being so excited about? If I keep going through this cycle, won't I actually start to feel that way? Kill, 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 kill. My throat hurts. My body creaks. Don't you get it? I can't oppose her with this body. If you want to kill that body, then shut up for a second. If you do, I will certainly destroy that demon without you telling me so. No. What? Like, I would never. The madness, the mad pounding continues. I faintly cycle between blankness and awareness, dream and reality. I can't last until tomorrow. If this keeps up, I'll go insane first. Day change? Oh no, okay. The sweat fades from my drenched body. My roasting flesh begins to cool. The feeling of a soaked towel is on my forehead. Kawaku-san! My body is like lifted and a cup is placed against my lips. Gulp. The sensation of cool water flowing down my throat. I sense someone nearby. I realize that someone is taking care of me. Kawaku-san! Good evening. How are you feeling, Shiki-sama? No-san. She speaks with her usual smile. Kawaku-san. I somehow managed to speak through my tattered breathing. Oh, you do not have to speak. I understand your condition better than you do. She removes the towel from my forehead, still smiling. Was that thing just before just an illusion? Kawaku's acting normal. She keeps smiling and continues her betrayal of Hisu. Am I going to die here, without even taking off that mask? Aki told me everything. She said that she'd wait until tomorrow, but that may be too long. Aki-sama seems to have lost her ability to think clearly. I don't think he'll be able to make it through the night like this, Shiki-san. Kawaku-san's words are unmercifully true. Shiki-san, you told me before. You said that you were numb to death. Is that still true? Are you still gonna act against Akio-sama hopelessly with a body like that? Kawaku-san? I'm surprised. Kawaku's voice is completely different from before. No way, I told you that I am more tuned to death than people, so I think I understand the situation I'm in. Without you telling me, I know that surviving the night will be extremely difficult. Then you are not scared of death? If you accept Akio-sama, then you will recover quickly, but you still do not. There's something wrong with you. Maybe, but I think it's okay. I like the me that acts like this, and I like Akio for liking me as I am. Yes, and well, I enjoy small things, and I like just being able to talk with you, Kawaku-san. But I feel like if I lie to myself, all those small things would lose their enjoyment, and I'm scared of that. I cough violently. Why? Because I am forcing myself to talk to Kawaku-san. My body doesn't even allow me to do that properly. Shiki-san, why don't you tell Aki that you love her? She asks the same thing again, but this time it's a little different. Kawaku's voice seems somewhat sad. If you do as Aki says, then you'll live. Even if it's just lip service, you'll die useless if you do so. I don't understand what you're thinking, but isn't it better just to return her feelings? Such a thing. If I could do that, I would have already done it. No, I do love Aki, but only as my sister and nothing more. The one I like isn't Aki, Kawaku-san. I don't want to lie to the one I love the most. I force the words through my ragged breathing. Tick. The second hand of the clock ticks in this short silence. No, Shiki-san, that's not good. You can't even do it just this once. Nope. If my body's not free, I would like at least my heart to be free. If I lie just once, then I'll have to continue lying. If I surround the lies with more lies, then it will all end up being empty. If that happens, I would. That girl that had nowhere to run, never be able to help the one I like the most. And I just look at Kawaku-san. She looks away with that donica smile again. That is pointless. Don't you pity Akiya-sama? Pity Akiya? Yes. Every night she walks the streets to drink someone's blood. Akiya-sama is unable to make those from whom she sucks blood like herself in that manner Shiki-sama was, but she has the ability to steal from others. Akiya-sama knows this. She knows that sucking blood is making her less human, but she doesn't stop. She's only doing it to keep you alive. So even though she knows it's transforming her into a blood-sucking demon, she continues to do it for your sake. Ah. Do you still refuse her when she does all that for you? These past 8 years, Akiya-sama has waited only for you. I can't answer that. In the first place, I'm dying because of Akiya, but I've only lived until now because of her efforts. I have a debt to her that is too large for me to repay. I can't say what is right and what is wrong, but I still have something I can't give up and I can't commit, so I know what I have to do. I see. Akiya will go out and drink blood again tonight. I raise myself up. The pain runs through me like an electrical shock. I manage to stand up while resisting the volume of pain. Wait, Shishiki, what are you? No, I can't let Tona Akiya drink any more blood. I, laboriously take a single step. Even though I may collapse at any moment, I continue forward. I can at least make it to Akiya's room. Please wait. Standing in my way, Kohakuuuuuuuuuuuuuuu appears before me. You say you'll stop Akiya? Is that the blood of Nanaya speaking? That has nothing to do with it. I just want Akiya to be Akiya. That is what I, Tonoshiki, really feel. You mustn't. Akiya-sama will not have any mercy on you. You realize this already. The Akiya from before no longer exists. I know that. The shimmering mirage behind her, that thing is driving her away from being Akiya. The way Akiya is now, she'll see me as completely useless if I don't accept her. Hey, I should probably give you this before I die, right? Even still, I must stop her. I'm her brother after all. Kawaku doesn't say anything. I push my way to the desk. Inside what I bought from the iron was only a few things. Yeah, see, I'm gonna give it to her because I'm going to die. I take my knife out the drawer and I see which I haven't returned yet. Kawaku-san, keeping the final remarks remnants, I walk. Kawaku-san just stands there. This might be the end, so here I hand out the white ribbon in my hand. It's a little late, but I'm giving it back. Sorry. You went through such trouble to give it to me, and I never even used it. I don't know if my feelings were able to come through my words, and as gently as I can, I place the ribbon into her hand. The sound of gasping. She stands stock, still like a doll, just staring in amazement at the ribbon in her hand. You knew Shiki-san? Not right away. It was only just recently. I really should have realized it as soon as I came back. Yeah, I should have realized it after I returned to the mansion, and Kawaku-san said welcome back. Even still, she smiled when I asked if she was one of the children who was here back then. I don't have the right, but thanks. I was really happy that you waited here for me for 8 years. Those were the words I always wanted to say as Tonoshiki. Tears. Her face is nothing, neither sad nor happy, but a single tear flows down. I don't know what it means, but naturally, I hold her body close to mine. I can feel her warmth. My raging heart seems to become strangely calm from it. Kawaku-san, I'll stop Akiya, so you get away with Hisu. And you don't have to come back. You've been locked in this mansion for 10 years. You can be free, and you don't have to force yourself to smile. Shiki-san, everything you... Her lips mouth the word new. I didn't want her to say those words, so I closed her mouth with my own. Oh, okay. It was really just an instant, just a touch, a fleeting kiss, but unforgettable. Ba 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 ba. Now I shall kill. I raise my head. I release her. In place of the doll-like Kawaku-san, I smile with all my heart. Well, it was really short, but living with you was a lot of fun. Yeah, I really liked you the best, Kawaku-san. Let's do this. The only thing left is to stop Akiya. No, stop. As I move to the door, her voice rings out to me. No, Shiki-san, you can't stop Akiya like that. Eh? I turn around. Shiki-san, you have to stop Akiya-sama. Kawaku-san stands there, not with a smile, but with a truly sad face. Kawaku-san, why? Why does she look like she's about to burst into tears? Shiki-san, did you really mean that? She looks directly at me. Her eyes implore me to confirm what I just said about liking her. I nod. Kohakuuuuuuuuuuuuu scuffles over to me and holds my hand. How long were we like this? Kohakuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuu past. If that's the case, then yeah, okay. Because I need the power. Okay. If you do that, then you should be fine without Aki-sama's help. What? Yuso and I were brought to this mansion for that purpose, you know. Kohakuuuuuuuuuuuuuuu says such a thing with her usual smile as if discussing the weather, but it's too sudden, my voice comes out weird. Yes, you may not know this, but we are called synchronizers. Are you gonna give me a warn, you guys? Simply speaking, we can project ourselves into someone else and increase their powers, but it only works if the person is of the opposite gender. Aki-sama is a woman, so we could not synchronize. That's why she had to drink my blood to form a fake bond. My body heat rises. It isn't the oneness of my body heat earlier. It is the true feelings of Tonoshiki come to light. But that is... You're unable to return her feelings, right? So there's no other way. Please have me. If we exchange up, then I'll be able to help your condition. If you say so, you can return to normal without Aki-sama's help. I really can't ask for anything more. If I won't be a burden to Akia, she won't have to drink any more blood. And really, I want Kohakuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuu again. Were you lying about when you said you liked me? Focus on saying that with a smile. I started to lose control. It wasn't a lie. I always wanted you. Then please let me give you strength. Da-da-da-dum. If you don't, you'll die and be unable to stop Akio-sama. Saying that, she embraces my hand tighter on her chest. Tender yet firmly elastic. A feeling... Oh yeah. Okay. Roxanne is just continuing her act. I understand that she's just using me, but still, that's something important to me. Is this alright? Are you really okay with this, Kohakuuuuuuuuuuuuuu? Yes, because I love you too, Shiki-san. I know that smile is fake, but I believe the words. I want to believe those words. I drew her close to me. When I say, okay. Now I skip. Okay. I skip. When you say that, there's no problem. I just want to be with you. She looks at me with surprise. When you say it like that, there's a problem. I've never done that. Her face turns red as she says this. Her previous dry hand, of course I can hear her heart's pounding. I finally realized something. Until now she never... He's only seen it as a tool. Kohaku simply accepted that tool too. I can't believe it. She was forced to do this every day, but she really didn't know the meaning between... Okay. Okay. Oh, that was the build of it. I guess the music doesn't stop, so it's whatever. Oh, Nanaya. That's my name. I guess I'll save and stop now, because this is like pretty long. But yeah. Bye.